Welcome to the Boulevard Home Game of the Week on the Fan Sports Network.
Punishing runner.
Into the end zone, touchdown.
Big hole up the middle. 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
For a touchdown.
It is senior night here at Pineview High School where the Panthers are taking on the Dixie Flyers. Caden Formaster here and Connor Collins on your broadcast tonight from Pineview High School. Connor, we got a great region matchup ahead of us tonight.
Yeah, this is one of those I've been circling on my calendar, actually really since the season started, mostly because I think it's going to be a fireworks show tonight. I think it's going to be high-flying, spread offenses. We're probably seeing both quarterbacks going for over 40 pass attempts here tonight.
Want to welcome you into our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Boulevard Home, making your house a home for over 48 years here in southern Utah, and they've now extended into Las Vegas, and really, I mean, they're just kind of going all over the place. They're your home furnishings store throughout all of southern Utah, southern Nevada, and more. And check out Boulevard Home. Now, of course, we are grateful for our sponsors of our tailgate show over on the radio side of things on the Fan Sports Network on 99.5 and 95.3. That tailgate show built by Buck's Ace Hardware. Buck's with the best selection for guns and ammo, barbecues, lawn and garden. Think Buck's with their 3 southern Utah locations. And Fabulous Freddy's, voted best in southern Utah for car wash, soda, cookies, and sandwiches. 2 great locations, River Road and Bluff Street. And, of course, Findlay Subaru as well. Go see their all-star lineup on the saving side of the freeway. Visit them at FindlaySubaru.com as we are inside of our pregame show brought to you by House of Jump. If you purchase 1 hour of jump time Monday through Thursday and mention that you heard it right here on the Fan Sports Network, you can get $10 towards the arcade for free. Well, Connor, we're getting a little bit closer here to the presentation of the colors for tonight's ball game, and I know that there are a lot of people that are going to be tuning into this one tonight because these two teams sitting pretty similar right now in region play.
Yeah, and a little bit of history, too, behind these two teams. I know Dixie and Pineview, they got that long-time rivalry across town, so this is one of those where you almost get a little bit of bragging rights here in St. George, and I think it's a big game, like you mentioned, Caden. Both these teams trying to get back on the right side of the win column, and I think Dixie, and they've had some tough competition here in the early region, or I should say in preseason. However, this is kind of where they kind of get to show off their strengths and abilities, and this is where Coach Munker tends to thrive, is once they do get into region play. Pineview, on the other hand, they had a really nice preseason. They got some good teams, but, you know, they were able to take advantage of the situations, and they came out there and got a few wins. However, as region play took off, they kind of got met by a screeching halt there with Devitt Hills. So now it's trying to see if they can go ahead, get themselves back in the win column. Either way, I'm expecting this to be a good game.
I am too. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to keep bringing you the action from Pineview High School all night long, and of course across town on the Fan Sports Network we have Crimson Cliffs and Snow Canyon, so that action is also over there on our Fan Sports Network YouTube page or the fansportsnetwork.com. And yeah, presentation of the colors coming up here in just a little bit, and when that happens we will be stepping aside for a break. But I also want to remind you that coming up we have our Team D Auto Sales Keys to the Game, so that's coming up as well after the break. But more here on senior night, and I don't know if we made mention of that yet, Connor, but it is senior night here at Pineview High School. All the seniors being recognized, of course, which is strange. It feels like we're only in the middle of the season, but Pineview had a lot of home games to start it off and not a lot to end it.
Yeah, really interesting schedule as far as how things got started for Pineview. Like you mentioned, they were out on the road, or actually at home the last 3 weeks or so. So really, now it's kind of time for them to take the break with the bye, come back, and then they're on the road again. Now they get to go out on a little bit of a streak, and unfortunately for them, it just happens to be at the end of region when some of those games really start to matter most.
Right, that's exactly right. So it's going to be tough. They don't have an easy road ahead of them, and for a team that's definitely made an impact so far this season on Region 9, I think a lot of people counted them out based off of last year's outing, right? I mean, going 0-9 wasn't the best for Pineview, so they've already come in. They've got a few wins under their belt, and they're trying to prove that, hey, you know what? We are a force to be reckoned with here in region play. It's just tough that from now on after tonight, none of those games going to be at home. So they're just hoping to try to maybe get a home field advantage come playoff time, right? That's really what they're going to be looking forward to. So,
and it doesn't get a whole lot easier, too, as far as some of the teams left for Pineview to play. I mean, I think this is one of their best chances to capture a big in-region win.
Yep. With the colors being presented, we're going to step aside, and when we come back, it's those Team D Auto Sales keys to the game. More coming up here on the Fan Sports Network.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
And welcome back in, everybody, to the Boulevard Home Game of the Week here from Pineview High School. Caden Formaster here and Connor Collins. I want to give a shout-out to Sebastian up on the camera tonight as well, bringing you guys Dixie and Pineview action, Region 9 action. And you know what? One of the older rivalries in this region, Pineview being the school that helped separate Dixie from really its original borders back in the day. So Pineview's really the original school separation rivalry that we have. Our latest being, of course, Crimson Cliffs and Desert Hills, more so nowadays. But yeah, this one was the original one back in the 80s.
Yeah, and like I said, this is one of those where there's a little bit of bragging rights behind it too. A lot of these kids kind of grew up together, played together, were on the same flag football teams and youth teams. Now there's some of these guys going against each other, and like you mentioned, this is Pineview Senior Night and a chance to really get a, I would say, statement region win here against the Flyers, because it's really, like I said, not going to get too much easier from here on out.
No, not really much easier at all. And with that said, let's bring you the keys to the game here we got the old keys to the game there. We won't bringing you the Crimson. But we do have our keys to the game. We'll get those to you here shortly. But yeah, what are some of your keys to the game to start off with?
For me, it's going to be as far as the pressure that Dixie is going to be able to put on Adam Moore, because we saw that he's able, if you give him the right coverage, to pick you apart. He has the wide receivers. He has the skill position guys. I mean, Matt Acosta, Quincy Jones, Brock Harris is as good as a wide receiver trio as anybody in the region. So I think if you guys can get after him, if you're the Flyers, there's a good chance that you can get him off his rocker. Now, however, you let Adam Moore sit there all day and just pick you apart, it could be a long night for the Flyers because, like I said, a lot of good athletes on the other side of the ball for the Panthers.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Lots of great athletes. I mean, really across the board, right?
Yeah.
On both sides, plenty of great athletes there.
One of the guys I'll be watching out for Dixie, one of those great athletes, Jackson Barban. He's not failed to make big plays all season long, and this is something we've kind of seen him do throughout his time here at Dixie. This is a guy who I think he's still got a little bit left in him this region to show us, and keep an eye out for Jackson Barban, number 13 for the Flyers.
So there you go. Keys to the game here for Dixie and Pineview, brought to you by Team D Auto Sales. And want to give a shout out, of course, to Team D. You can visit them at teamdautosales.com or, of course, at 488 East St. George Boulevard. Yeah, keys to the game for Dixie here. Secondary's got to step up, right? We know that this is a big passing threat for Pineview. So Dixie's just got to make sure that that secondary's locking that in. Quincy Jones, Brock Harris, and company, they're going to be out there running their routes to perfection as they do. They're great at it.
Yeah, that's going to be Seth Morby out there, Carter Vanlin, those guys who have really kind of held down the DB position as of late. But, man, I'm telling you, I think this is one of those where if you're not getting enough pressure up front, it can get nasty real quick. But you keep talking about some of these keys of the game. I like what you're saying here. Don't let everyone force the ball to you. You know, you don't have to go out there if you're the Flyers and try to say, Rand Sawyer is one of our most dynamic guys. We need to get him the ball. Just take what the defense gives you, because that's kind of been Pineview's shtick this year, is they've had a high-scoring offense. However, their defense does have some leaks.
And then looking at Dixie, you know, we mentioned here getting everyone involved in the run game. We know that they like running that jet sweep. And if the passing game isn't working, and that's kind of step 3, don't force anything that's not working, right? Do what works, and if the jet sweep's what's working for you, then go with what works if you're Dixie. No need to force something that's not there, right? And then to go along with Pineview, we know they're going to run the ball a lot. This isn't a team that's going to throw a ton, so for Pineview on defense, lock up that run game.
Yeah, you know, especially that jet sweep action, you know it's going to be coming. They're going to be trying to attack your edges. So if you can try to get that contained there. And Wyatt Truman, a little bit of a dynamic dual threat quarterback. So like you said, Caden, you got to also account for the quarterback in the run game as well.
And also, again, yeah, use your strengths on offense if you're Pineview. You've got some great receivers. Tonga at the back is also solid. Just use what's working. Use your strengths there. Play your brand of football, as we say. So, well, Dixie is going to be receiving here to start things off. And Pineview will get the ball in the second half, working from, of course, from left to right on your screen. About to get things underway in our coverage here on the Fan Sports Network. We appreciate you joining us tonight, and we'll be bringing you some Nets on Fire score updates from across the region and across the schools here in Southern Utah.
All right, here we go, Caden. Get that opening kickoff lined up, and let's get this game rolling. Great weather out here tonight, too.
David Beckstrand getting ready to kick it away for the Panthers. And here's the kick. It's going to be returnable. Picked up right about at the 4-yard line, taking it right through the middle, and will fall down at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, this is a guy you want to be careful for. Rand Sawyer, number 41 in the nation, Caden, when it comes to return yards. This is a guy who had a very, very good week a couple weeks ago where he was averaging about 30 yards of return. And really, if they can stop him, they got a good chance at playing some defense down the field. Don't let Dixie get a 40-yard start down the field already.
Yeah, Dixie getting started here and on their 1st and 10. Wyatt Truman there in the gun, getting ready to get things started. He tossed it over into the flat, moving forward, and not much more room to run was Rand Sawyer.
Yeah, tried to make a nice move there, try to have a guy miss. But still, solid gain. Try to do a quick pass or so to get Wyatt Truman just kind of comfortable. Don't force anything, like you said.
Give him about 2nd and 3 here. Snaps away, looking to pass again. About the same spot, different receiver. This time it's a 1st down and a lot more. Pushes him out around the 36.
Yeah, they're going to those quick passes here, and that's kind of what Coach Munkers likes to do. Those quick passes, attack the outside, along with those jet sweeps. He loves to get to the edges in the perimeter on the offense.
So again, it is a 1st down. Brought to you by Red Rock Real Estate. Got trips here to the near side. Here's the snap. Pitching it backwards, and the defense gets there. Wraps him up. There is a flag on the play.
Might be a face mask there, I think. Looks like that was number 23, the running back, Silas Russell, who got his face kind of yanked out there on the tackle.
We'll see what they end up calling it for him. And yeah, that is the face mask call.
That's going to be the automatic 1st down there on what really was a great defensive play by Pineview to sniff out that toss and get out in the backfield. Like we said, get on the edges. You know that's where they want to play if you're the Flyers.
Yeah, so that pushes them well forward into now into Pineview territory. Snaps away. Taking it to the far side, enough to gain the 1st down and more. Again, that's Silas Russell.
Yeah, nice little end around to the left side there. And get Silas out into space and just kind of making the guy miss, get a little extra yards. I think they're going to.
And they got enough to move those chains. I thought there was going to be enough to move the chains.
It looked like it, and honestly, I didn't really think they needed to bring it that close.
So again, 1st down, bringing it to you from the 38-yard line. And a flag. False start will be the call. Give it to the offense, and they'll move it back.
That's George Tautolo subbing in now there for Daniel May.
So 1st and 15 here for the Flyers. Again, Guy and Russell, he loses it. Picks it back up, throws it out, and he'll be dropped.
Yeah, that was a risky play there for Wyatt Truman. Sometimes you just kind of need to know when you got to live for another down, jump on top of the fumble, and almost got himself lit up, let alone his receiver.
Yeah, you just see here on the Holbrook Asphalt replay, they bring him down well behind the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 2nd and 23 now to go. Ball back into Dixie territory. That's a tough break there for the Flyers.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of momentum here. They started this drive off with a couple quick passes. Maybe they'll try to get back to it as they take a shot.
Yeah, Truman's going to go downfield, and it's batted up.
Oh!
Not able to bring it down.
Braxton Linville swatting it down. It looked like maybe he was trying to swat it to Benson.
We have the replay here. See if we got enough on it to grab that catch.
I think maybe he thought his teammate was there and could grab it.
Yeah, that was the right move. I think he thought his fellow defenders were a little closer than that, but that was not the case. So it is 3rd and 23 now for the Flyers. Looking to the sideline to grab that play.
So yeah, big miscommunication there by Wyatt Truman, his receiver.
The pressure gets through, he just dumps it off. He's gonna be wrapped up immediately and brought down.
Yeah, they try to set up that screen pass there. A good job by Pineview to sniff it out and stay home.
Let's check that out on the Holbrook Asphalt replay.
Yeah, you get the quick release from the offensive line, but they notice right away, and your linebackers fly upfield. It looked like that was number 33, I think that was, Trayson Graham, who made the tackle.
So only gain of the yard. It's going to be 4th and long here as the Panthers will be back to receive this one.
Elijah Nielsen with the tackle, 32 there.
And here is the punt. It looks like a good one. Oh, that's a good boom of a punt, and he's going to fair catch it at the 6-yard line or so.
And you see the big guy right here running off, holding his rib cage. Got away with a little bit of a roughing the punter there. And I think if that punter flopped, they probably could have got him.
Yeah, that's Seth Shumway for the Panthers.
Took a nice little boot to the rib cage there. But now we get to see this explosive Pineview offense, and this is what a lot of people are talking about. Brock Harris, one of the top recruits in the nation now at this point.
Yep, and Adam Moore, one of the top quarterbacks as well, as they go for the run here, and powering through is Maholanga Tonga.
Yeah, big Mo Tonga here, they say, is kind of the heart and soul on the offense. A lot of the other guys get the praise, but Mo Tonga is the one who keeps this thing rolling, as he can get you those hard ground and pound yards that you want.
Back at it's the snap, rolling away to pass to the near side. Pressure coming towards him, goes to Jones, but there's nothing there.
Try to run a little sprint out left there. A little bootleg action, but good job by the Flyers to apply some pressure.
So Moore will get back into it here to 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. And so far they're moving pretty quickly, the Panthers, on offense, but you know, they got to get that 5 yards. They don't want to go 3 and out here to start. Snaps away, dropping back to pass. He's got pressure coming back at him. He fumbles it, and dropping on it is Pineview. They will fall on it in the end zone, and it is a safety.
I hope we have a replay here, Kate.
We do. Let's see what we got.
Something very key to notice is the fact that Brian Cherry went to pick up his helmet that came off as he was rushing up the field, and was completely unaware he had a touchdown right behind him if he turns his head and gets on top of that football.
So let's make it a 2-0 ball game in favor of Dixie to start this off.
Not often you say that in a football game, but that's got to be one of the I hate to say it, but the bloopers of the game there. And Brian Cherry trying to fix his helmet as he picks it up off the ground.
Let's watch that replay again here. He gets the helmet knocked off, and he's like, oh, I got to go pick that up.
And the ball is just right next to him.
The ball is
which
right
he could
there.
pick up and have for a touchdown.
I know it. That's.
And again, you'll take the safety. You'll take the ball back. It's still good at the end of the day, but sometimes you just got to notice what you can.
Yeah. Very interesting way to get things started here. So 2-0 ball game on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Lighted up Region 9 Wilkinson's, where the local shop and winners of Best of Southern Utah for 5 years in a row. So again, Dixie back to receive the kick. And they're kicking away from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it must have been a penalty or something there. Flyers might be set up with very good field position here, as their return guys are sitting here on the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and I know we can't see it obviously in the video at the moment, but you have 2 guys back there for Dixie ready to receive this away, like you say, at about the 20, 23 really.
I believe that's Lucido Bennett and Rand Sawyer back there.
Yep. It goes to Sawyer, who gets it around the 13. He takes it past the 30 and the 35, still moving forward, and finally gets taken down at the 43-yard line.
Ah, I see. It was because it was the safety.
With the safety.
It goes from the 20, correct. Instead of doing
the safety
in the NFL,
itself.
it's a punt, they'll kick off.
Yeah, yeah.
So with that, though, Dixie gets the 2 points, and they get the ball back, and now they're only on the 43-yard line or so. 44, I believe.
Yeah, they put him at the 43.
43.
Yep, 43. Not a bad spot to be, as it's a handoff. Running away with it is Sawyer past the 50, past the 45 and the 40, before he's finally wrapped up and taken down at the ankles by Braxton Linville.
Sawyer just reminds me of one of those Tyreek Hill type players, just a little juke stick. I mean, the way he can cut in and out of his breaks, it almost scares me that he's going to hurt himself.
Now there is a flag on the play. I didn't see that till later, but it's after. They're going to move it forward a little bit. Put it at the 34-yard line.
I think maybe that was a horse collar there, as they give him the automatic first and 7. Nope.
All right, well, it's a 1st and 10 now for the Flyers. And it's a handoff with room to run up the middle, plenty of room to run.
Good run.
Is Junior Coughlin.
Yeah, Junior Coughlin kind of found that crease. Didn't push it all the way outside. Kept it up that left hash, and good gain now there by the Flyers.
Check it out here on the Holbrook Asphalt replay. He had that block right there from Silas Russell. Gave him the room to run.
Looks like maybe...
Yeah, holding is a call, so it will end up bringing it back.
Flag.
I didn't see the physical flag out there on the field at all. I don't know where they threw it. I still don't see where they threw it. I don't know if they already picked it up or what, but...
Or was this the original flag that was thrown a play? I don't know. But now it is 1st and 20, or 1st and, I think it's 15 now, yeah.
1st and 18 is what they're giving them. That's strange. All right, well, here you go. 1st and 18, trying to power through and get some of that yardage back. And they do. Makes it 2nd and 13 now. That's kind of a strange change of events right there. Strange turn of events.
It looked like almost maybe Coach Munkers was trying to get his guys out there and run a play while they were adjusting the chains, and I never saw a physical flag get thrown,
didn't see
but
the
they
flag
called
either.
a hold, which I'm sure has to be frustrating if you're Coach Boyer.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the snap. Truman looking to pass. Pressure coming at him. Beckstrand gets there.
Huge sack by Beckman there as he comes around the edge. Lights up Truman. Didn't even see him coming as he's dropped back to pass.
Check this out on the Holbrook Asphalt replay. No one there to block him. And Truman was pretty lucky to hold on to the ball, really.
Yeah, that looked like one of those that might have gone popping out. So I'll tell you what, Caden, this is 2 drives in a row now that the Panthers have made some pretty big holds on defense now. Got them in a 3rd and long. See what they can do here.
Yeah, 3rd and 18.
Yeah, 3rd and extra long.
Yeah, way extra long. Truman's going to look to pass. He's going right up the middle. It's going to be overthrown, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So that's going to bring out the punt team there. And I think if I'm Coach KJ, I'm saying, hey, you know what, guys? Unfortunately, we live with the lumps on offense, but our defense is out here fighting. You got to go help them now.
That's exactly right. Back to receive the punt is Quincy Jones for the Panthers. And again, this Panther offense been quiet so far, obviously through only 3 plays in that 3rd one where they let Dixie grab that safety.
5:45 left here in the 1st quarter on your Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard.
And it was a really well-placed punt. Where's it go out of bounds at?
Looks like right around the 6.
5-6, yep, they'll put it at the 6.
Yeah, good punt there.
Good opportunity for the Dixie defense to try to keep them pinned back against the end zone. We saw what happened last time. They got 2 points out of it.
I think right now, maybe you try to go back to Motong if you're the Panthers. Get your backs away from the end zone. No need to try to drop back and hit the home run yet. Just kind of get yourself a little bit of breathing room. Power down the run a little bit at this Flyer defense.
1st and 10. Snap is away. They're going to hand off to Tonga. He's going to run it right up the middle, falls forward. It's a gain of 4.
And he's a very physical runner, Caden. When he goes to finish runs, he makes sure he's lowering his shoulder and he's the one bringing contact. He's not waiting for someone to bring it to him.
2nd down. Moore takes the snap, and it's another handoff. Again, it's Tonga pushing forward. Maybe only gets a yard.
Sets up a 3rd and medium here, so now if you're Pineview, do you try to catch them off guard and maybe commit to a run play here, go 3 in a row, or do you drop back and try to get the quick pass for a 1st down? Let's see.
Moore takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He's going to go out to Jones. Jones with the 1st down and plenty more. as he gets taken down near the 30-yard line.
Yeah, 22 on the coverage there for the Flyers. That was Tyler Eakins, and just kind of a little bit of mince work there by Quincy Jones on the out route.
Yeah, Jones doing exactly what he needed to do to get open and get downfield. It's a first down.
That was a beautiful route there by Quincy.
Moore's going to keep it himself. He's trying to run out with it, and he's going to lose some yards.
Yeah, you're not going to be outrunning Rand Sawyer there. That's probably the fastest kid on the Flyers team.
That's 2nd and 14 now. And right as that defense saw him taken off with his feet and those linebackers moved in immediately.
They shot the gaps and were ready to go. And that's what you're going to see on this Flyer defense. We haven't even got to talk about him yet, but number 1, Jake Dombrowski, he's a guy who we should be paying attention to because he lights up tackles all night long. He's a guy who will be living in the backfield as well.
2nd down and 14. It's a handoff to Tonga. He's going to take it across the side, looking for some blockers, moving forward, and still fighting for yard after yard. Tonga.
What a run there. I just told you, talking about the guy who lays the hammer at the end of the run. Gives a little something there to Lopati at the end, number 42 for the Flyers.
They make it 3rd down and 4 to go here. Trips up to the top side of your screen. Tonga on the reception. Gets it past the 30, 35, pushes forward. Is it enough for the first down? It's going to be really close.
I think they're going to give it to him, but just, let's see here. No, they're going to call it just about a foot short, maybe.
Let's see. Yeah, he falls down. I was just checking there on the replay. He falls down. They marked it in a good spot.
Yeah,
on that 4th down, you got to go for it, right?
I agree. This is go for it territory. And in fact, you've already put your defense in 2 pretty bad positions.
Bringing in some extra help, and it looks like there might be a timeout called. What do we got going on?
Calling a timeout here to get some things together.
Yeah, all right, well, with that timeout, we'll take a quick timeout ourselves, too. We'll be back after this from Pineview High School, where the Flyers lead 2-0.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Hearst Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. Hearst General Store, the big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Well, they're bringing out the measuring sticks, and I think it is just shy. Yeah, it is just shy.
Caden, I know you're going to love this, but remember a few years back in 2014, I think it was, when the Dallas Cowboys against the Detroit Lions, they had to bring out the index card to see if it was a first down. Looks like it was just that close there, but they call it short. So now, very big decision here for the Panthers.
I mean, I go for it. Personally, I go for it.
You've already had your defense out on the field 2 times in a row where they made some really good, impressive stops. I agree with you. I think you try to set up the tush push here.
They're not lining up. They're still lining up in the gun, so they're just going to try to push for it. It's a direct snap to Beckstrand, and Beckstrand pushes it through.
Great play design there by Coach Boyer as he brought a little bit of extra beef out onto the field. I love when you get some more offensive linemen involved. Who says you can only play with 5? Give me 6. Give me 7.
On the replay, they push it through and in. And it is a first down for the Panthers here at the 44. And again, they're just going to run the same play. Beckstrand with it, loses one guy and pushes forward for a gain of about 7 on the play.
And I think Coach Boyer is thinking, yeah, let's show a little bit of nasty. Let's show a little bit of mentality here. Not only did they get the first down, they got a little bit of extra there. I like that.
And they bring in Adam Moore again. As you can see here on the Holbrook Asphalt replay, he pushes forward there. But they do bring in Adam Moore again for this 2nd and 3. 2:27 left to go here in the first. Snap is away. Moore looking to pass. Goes across the middle. Quincy Jones, he's got the first down and just a little bit more.
Yeah, good crossing route there. And honestly, I'm super impressed right now with how this Pineview offensive front is doing. Look at the time that Adam Moore has here in the middle of the pocket.
And a well-placed ball, too. Credit where credit is due, for sure. And looking for the deep ball. Not there.
Yeah, a little bit out of Harris's reach. We know he's a tall kid. We know he's got a stride and he's fast, but if you're out throwing Harris, maybe it's a little bit too much on the ball.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe just a little bit too much.
He's filling up, though. I'll tell you what. Since this kid's really started picking up his recruitment, I can tell that he's kind of taking the weight room a little bit more serious, and you can see that he's starting to get a little bit more stock on the build.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to talk to him in the radio studio over the summer when he was out doing all these camps and getting all these offers and stuff in preparation for the year. This one goes high over the head of Matthew Costa.
Harris did a good job there at the end on the end line, staying in, holding his block, and that's kind of what coaches now are asking him to do at this next level. When he gets to that D1 level, it's not only can you catch the ball, but are you able to get in line? Are you able to block? What other dynamics do you have?
We go out to Tonga on the far side. Tonga pushing forward. Gets a gain, but it's not nearly enough for the first down.
And we got a flag over here. It looks like maybe defensive PI. I think Quincy Jones might have gone held on the route there. So let's see. Or maybe that was Costa they grabbed a hold of. I saw the flag over here in the location of maybe a defensive pass interference.
Holding on the defense. Well, that's a break for the Panthers. Let's see if we can see on the replay here where it happened.
Yeah, it looked
right
like
there,
Rand
right
Sawyer
at the
kind
bottom
of
of your
grabbing
screen.
Quincy Jones as he's in the slot. Again, these guys here that they have on offense for the Panthers, it's a hard task to cover. I mean, Matthew Acosta is one of the best deep ball receivers in the league. Quincy Jones has some great route running and just a very physical, dynamic game style to him, I should say play style. And then Brock Harris is really what you're seeing now in this new era tight end, kind of the line him up out wide and use him as a big extra wide receiver.
Right. Minute 43 left to go. They snap the ball, and he's going to keep it himself out the far side, and it is not
Dombrowski
really anywhere to go.
And I told you, watch number one as he's a heat-seeking missile. He comes flying into the backfield there for a huge tackle for loss.
Yeah, you can see it right there. Reads it very well. Takes him down.
Yeah, he's one of the better defensive players here in region, and he has a few D1 looks. I know right now his big thing is he plays linebacker, and he's a little bit undersized there at 5'10", but I do think he's got the opportunity and the skill. I know Southern Utah, Utah Tech, they've been taking looks at him.
Big shot over to Costa, and it's not there.
Just off his fingertips. Not often do you see Matt Costa drop one of those, so good break now for the Flyers as you got them Panthers backed up in a 3rd and long.
Yep, 3rd and 13. The band's rocking tonight out there.
Oh, yeah, they're rocking. Pine View's feeling good tonight, and as they should.
Senior night, right? 3rd and 13, snaps away. Looking to pass is more down the middle. He's got Harris.
And that's what they say. If you go ahead and open up that middle there, you get into that cover two, those seams are going to be open. And once he sees that double safety, every time he's looking for 86 down the middle.
And he got him right there. Beautiful play, and maybe just long enough for a Jason Baum Bay Equity Home Loan long bomb of the game. We're getting closer. They're starting to stretch that field a little bit more. This time it's a handoff to Tonga. Tonga slipping through some defenders, but finds himself not really gaining much, just a yard or two.
Yeah, try to do everything you can. Probably shrugged off about 3 guys before he finally got brought down, but a lot of work for only 1 yard.
2nd and 9 here. Ball now inside of that Cache Valley Bank red zone.
Looks like Adam Moore coming in, get the call from coach, thinking they're probably going to call a timeout here.
And that's the end of the first quarter. They'll just let it go to the end of the quarter. And with that, we will take a break ourselves. We're the score, Dixie 2, Pineview nothing. End of the first quarter, second quarter. Coming up next.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations. Everyone loves local sports, and of course loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
Welcome back into the action here. Pineview and Dixie. Pineview already getting ready to roll with it. They go to the outside. Good catch.
Wow.
One-handed catch by number 1, Tonga.
Was that Motonga or Odell Beckham Jr. the way he reached back? Not that crazy, but it was still a good
It was
one-handed
still
catch.
pretty good. It does make it a 3rd and 2 now.
Be honest with you, though, Caden, I bet you if Adam Moore probably could get that one back, he would, because there was no one out there in coverage. If he stuck that there on the Motonga, he's probably running untouched into the end zone.
And Tonga moves through with it all the way up to the 2-yard line.
Uh-oh. These Panthers are crawling now, man. They got a little bit of a fire lit under them as this Motonga, like I said, he may not get the most recognition out of this explosive Pineview team, but by no means is he not the heartbeat of this team.
Well, it's 1st and goal. Pineview. Tonga pushing it up through the middle, and it's a touchdown.
There he is. Number 1, Mo Tonga gets into the end zone, and that's a touchdown for the Panthers. Caden, and I love watching this guy run. It's just physicality, and he brings the hammer every time he finishes a run.
And you can see here right at the end of that replay, we were able to get the Tonga run in for the touchdown. And, of course, extra point pending, but that does put the Panthers on top now, 6-2.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? The extra point coming, and Pineview, this is exactly what they want to do. Just try to keep possession of it as long as possible. As the kick is good as well. That puts Pineview up 7-2 here in the early part of the second quarter.
That was a really, really good drive there by the Panthers. They got up and down that field, it felt like, honestly, with ease. I know they had a couple bailouts there with some pass interference or some defensive holdings and things like that. However, when they got in that red zone, that Cache Valley red zone, they took advantage.
And now they get the opportunity again to hop back out there on defense and see if they can continue to stop the Flyers. They've done okay so far. Flyers only points so far in this game coming from that safety. So we know it's been a bit of a defensive battle early on, but now Pineview again, as we mentioned, up 7-2 here, where David Beckstrand getting ready to kick this one away. And again, back to receive for the Flyers. You have Rand Sawyer and Lucido Bennett.
You got the Panther prowling out there. I like that one.
Just wait till it gets a little darker and they get the light show going when they score, you know?
Turn this into a little jungle house. Oh, and that's off the tip. That's
not
a live ball.
That is not a great.
Oh, my God. He got lit up. That was number 4 right there. Benson Meyer, who just came down and made him pay for fumbling that ball.
Let's check it out here on the replay. And he does fumble it. He's got to pick it up. Boom. The big hit, and he lost the helmet. That was Carter Jernigan, I believe. Or excuse me, no, that was, that's correct. He lost the helmet and everything on that play. Well, here's the snap and the run. And Bennett with a little bit of a gain there. Maybe just a yard.
And it looks like we do have a little update here at the end of the first quarter for the Crimson Cliffs versus Snow Canyon. We got a 7-0 score, Ty West with the lone touchdown on the night. Cedar leading 21-0 right now with 2:54 left in the first quarter.
And again, that Cedar game against Hurricane, yeah, they really decided, you know what, we're tired of losing in Region 9. We want to go get ourselves a win here tonight. They're pushing for it.
Yeah, and both those teams, that was their best chance to go and get one of those Region 9 wins. Someone had to lose, someone had to win. So right now, Cedar in control, but we'll see if Hurricanes got enough to make a little comeback.
That was a good play right there over toward, I believe that was to Ortega. Or excuse me, that's David Barchi.
Yeah, David Barchi.
David Barchi, that was on the reception there. And an easy way to pick up 10.
Flyers starting to move the ball down the field. Through the air, of course, as Coach Munkers likes to do.
And there's a snap, and it's a late handoff, and the pressure comes immediately.
Big hit by Carson Curtis, the defensive end for Pineview. Immediately gets into the backfield and just lights him up.
Yeah, they go the delayed handoff to the back. Beautiful defensive play. And we're looking for our Mountain Land Supply defensive play of the game as well. So that's definitely one of those that's high on our list.
See here what the Flyers have in mind as they get set up in a 2nd and long.
And here's the snap, looking to pass, going down to the sideline. Some bumping going on. They're not going to call anything.
Yeah, let the kids play there, says the ref. But Jackson Barbin just a little out of reach there for that one.
And check it out here on the replay is Barbin just not quite able to get to it. I'm telling you, that band, man.
Yeah, they're getting loud here tonight.
They're ready to rock and roll tonight for sure.
Now this is the 3rd and long. Pineview again playing some really good defense. I'm impressed with what they've done here tonight.
Here's the snap and looking to go up the middle. And there is a late flag on the play.
But I think that might almost be offensive
I think it's an offensive
interference.
pass interference. Let's see if we can see it here on the replay. And it does look like an offensive pass interference.
Probably a better play there than giving up the interception.
Benson Meyer was right there. And sure enough, offensive pass interference against number 4. They're going to decline the penalty and just let it be 4th down.
So good job by the Panthers. That's now 3 drives in a row that they've gone out there and had some very stout defense.
Yeah, and that's been one of the issues with this Panther team has been the defense. We know they can score points. That hasn't been an issue. The issue's been stopping the other teams from scoring points. And the secondary getting it done really well here so far tonight. And snap is away, and there goes the punt. Jones back to receive it. He does at the 10. And he'll be wrapped up and taken down after a short 5-yard gain.
Looked like Bibiano, the kicker and punter for the Flyers, was trying to call for a little bit of a roughing there. And I'll tell you what, a couple times now I've seen the Panthers get close to blocking a punt and hitting the punter itself, and they are just letting that play here tonight. But this is going to be a long drive now for the Panthers.
Yeah, it will be.
Looks like
got a lot of room to run still.
85-yard drive or so left.
So it is 1st down. Snaps away. It's going to be a handoff to Tonga as he takes it right up the middle. Try to pull some defenders along with him for a gain of about 6.
Yeah, what a good physical run, and he's just going to continue to go back at that well there if I'm Coach Boyer.
Yeah, good run there by Tonga, making it a 2nd and 4 here from the 20-yard line for the Panthers. Moore back in the gun. Trips here to the near side, snaps away, looking to pass. Going outside, he's got Harris. Harris just out of bounds, but not after a great Jason Bombay equity home run, long bomb.
Yeah, beautiful route there by Harris. He gets right to the top, presses the inside leverage, he gets out on the corner, and Adam Moore just delivers a strike, puts it right where his receiver can get it.
It's a Red Rock Real Estate first down from the 37. Snaps away and Moore looking to pass. He's got some time. He's going to try to roll out of it, but gets taken down in the backfield for a Scooters Coffee sack.
Yeah, Lopati there finally finding some pay dirt as he's gotten close there to Moore a few times, but Moore been able to evade the pressure. Lopati bringing him down that time.
Yeah, he tries to roll out of it here, but yep, getting there just in time. Takes him down right at the 30. It's 2nd and 17 on the play.
See if maybe Adam Moore kind of wants to test some of those deep routes again as you've got some success.
He'll go to Jones. Did Jones pick it up? He does.
And nice catch as he takes a hard hit there by Dombrowski.
Yeah, it makes it 3rd and 11. You can see it here on the replay, just enough to, just the fingertips on it. And here's the snap. Moore looking to pass. He's going downfield. Does he have Costa? And he got it by a yard.
Yeah, Matt Acosta, really good job to be aware of where the first down yard marker is and just find that soft zone right in front of it.
Puts it at the 48-yard line.
And this is the offense that Pine View's used to doing here. Dropping back, getting your guys out in space, and letting Adam Moore dissect.
Tonga gets it in the flat, and he'll pick up 1 yard on the play. Yeah, he wanted to go downfield with that, I think, originally, but there was no
and that's
he wanted to get rid of it quick, too, so he went with Tonga instead.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, especially after you take a sack from a big Lopati like that, you probably do want to get the ball out a little quicker, so.
6:40 left to go up on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard here in the first half of play. Coming up in the Rally Stop halftime show, of course, bringing you all of the coverage from across Region 9. Snap is away. Rolling out with it is Moore. He's going to go downfield, and it's intercepted.
Looked like they tried to run a little run-pass option, and Quincy Jones just never quite turned his head and looked for it. But then that, by chance, means Seth Morby is, and he comes up with the big turnover there for the Flyers.
Yeah, Morby laying out there about the 27-yard line. He brings up the first down now for the Flyers offense.
And you got to think, the Flyers kind of needed that there, Caden, because Pineview already with a 7-2 lead. They were starting to get down close to that red zone, so good way to turn the ball back over, and now Dixie with a chance to get the lead.
In motion, running across the side with it, and going far on the sweep, past the 40, past the 45 is Rand Sawyer.
Again, got to get that contain on the edge, because if you don't, Rand Sawyer will make you pay. There's not a lot of guys out here who are going to be able to tackle him one-on-one in the open field.
Yeah, that jet sweep. We know that Dixie loves that. They've been running it for years.
Oh, it's the Coach Munkert staple.
And in this case, they get the first down off of it and push the ball up to the 46. Another guy in motion on the sweep. This time it's Junior Coughlin. He pushes forward for a decent gain and continues to fall forward. He reaches the hand out. He'll fall short by about a yard. Make it a 9-yard gain.
2 runs in a row with a good success rate as they get to the edge. So now Pineview this is where they've had the pressure on them earlier in the season, is when the other team starts running the ball against you, are you able to get in the backfield and get the stops? Because when you're in 3rd and long, you have a solid shot.
And here's the snap, running it right up the middle this time. This Silas Russell as he goes all the way up to the 30.
Beautiful blocking up front as he gets untouched for probably about 6 or 7 yards there on the carry.
Check it out on the Holbrook asphalt replay.
Yeah, more than that.
And he pulls some defenders along with him. Another first down here, snaps away, handoff again goes to Russell as he pushes forward for a gain of about 4.
And I think you could see that Coach Munkers is kind of seeing that his offense has got a little bit of flow here, a little momentum, and he just wants them to ride this lightning.
2nd and 6 here, and yeah, they're moving quickly, but they're sticking to the run game. They're sticking with what's working for them right now on this drive. And it's the snap and another handoff. Running across the side with it is Sawyer, and Sawyer makes it all the way down to the 20, which should be enough, and it is for the Flyer first down.
And that's also going to put them there in that Cache Valley Bank red zone. He's got to keep an eye out now for some of those playmakers, Jackson Barber, Rand Sawyer, Silas Russell.
Man, that spin move right there on that Holbrook Asphalt replay. Beautiful move, taking it all the way down. They put him at the 19.
Number 2 is like lightning in a bottle, Caden. Trying to get that guy in the open field is somebody's worst nightmare.
And snaps away Truman. They go to hand off, and it's a fumble. And the Panthers recover.
Oh, and right as the Flyers started to get momentum, go down the field, they get into the red zone. And
Carson Curtis dives on it.
Just a bad exchange there, it looked like, Caden.
It was a bad exchange. Then Carson Curtis, like you mentioned, dives on it for the Panther first down.
Good awareness there by Curtis to see that ball on the ground and pounce on it, but
he didn't waste any time to dive on it either.
You just got to feel that pain for Silas as he just laid there and slammed the ground after he knew what happened. And it is what it is. It's not always on him.
And now that's 2 turnovers, 1 in favor for Dixie, 1 in favor for Pineview. As Moore is looking to pass, he'll dump it off to Tonga. There's a flag out there on the play.
I think that's going to be a hold there, so we'll go ahead and probably bring that one on back, but we'll wait for the official word.
Yeah, they will be bringing this one back, I believe. Yeah, they're moving the whole crew back a few yards.
Yep, and there's the call there. It looks like it was a holding on the offensive line. That was the right tackle there, I believe, number 58, I think it was. 52.
Yeah, they move it all the way back.
Yeah, I think that was Joshua Bowler they gave it to.
Long first down here, 1st and 20 to go. There's a snap. It's a handoff to Tonga. He'll take it across to the far side, pushes forward, and tries to go through a whole crew of Flyers.
Gets a nice little chunk of it back there. Sets up about a 2nd and 11, 2nd and 12. Now this is where Adam Moore likes to try to identify that single high safety there.
And it's a handoff instead. Tonga with some room to go. He pushes forward past the 35. Great run, and it's enough for the first down.
I don't know about you, Caden, but it's starting to feel like this might be number 1's night. He's just moving this drive, this offensive line. Each offensive possession has gone forward, and it's all been progressing through Mo Tonga here tonight.
Yeah, everything is his. Like, the world is his oyster right now out there on the field. And this time they'll go play action. Taking it to the near side, he'll go with it. He tries the hurdle.
I'd probably want my quarterback to be a little bit more careful there if I'm coach, but hey, you got to respect the guy trying to make a play.
Yeah, maybe discern just a little bit better on that, on whether you go for it or not. Let's check it out here on the replay. See if we are able to grab it here as he goes, boom, for the hurdle. He's not quite enough on it there.
Yeah, that was Carter Jernigan who came and laid the boom there.
And here's the snap, and it's a run, and back up the middle, some room. And it's a gain of 5 for Tonga.
Set up a 3rd and short, but that's a good situation to be in, especially as you've already gotten some success. Oh, and David Beckstrom coming in for Mo Tonga is a little shook up on the play. I wonder if maybe they considered running that jumbo package. No, they're going to keep Adam Moore in the game. So Beckstrom in at running back for Tonga.
So it's 3rd and short as Beckstrand will push forward, following a blocker. He's got plenty of room to go as he takes it all the way down past that 50.
And you think Pine View's offensive line's feeling it right now, Caden, as they're starting to really grind out this clock and road grade down the field. 2 minutes here left in the first half. Pine View up 7-2 on your Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard.
And as you mentioned, just about 2 minutes now left to go here. Ball at the 50. This is your 2-minute drill. Standard 2-minute drill here for Pineview. Snaps away, Moore dropping back to pass. He's got some time, goes across the middle. Oh, and it was nearly intercepted. It was thrown right at the hands of Bennett.
And it looked like he thought maybe Matt Acosta was probably going to continue crossing across. And it looks like he gets a little caught up there on the coverage, and that throws him off, and that ball just gets behind him. Lucky that gets dropped.
Bennett on that one, you could tell he wants that one back because 9 times out of 10, maybe 99 times out of 100, he's going to catch that.
Yeah. And now gives the opportunity for the Panthers to have another crack at it.
Yeah, 2nd and 10. Moore with the handoff up the middle, and pushing forward with it is Beckstrand, and he gains about 7.
Yeah, this offensive line and the tight end and these guys up front, they're doing a very good job right now at blocking. So I can understand Pineview, even though it being the 2-minute drill, still trying to commit and trust that run.
Give him a pickup of 6, makes it 3rd and 4 here. 1:20 left to go, and the clock is ticking down. Moore dropping back to pass. He goes to the outside. Oh, and he keeps a hold of it. Harris diving towards the pylon for the touchdown.
And he did.
They mark it a touchdown.
What a catch there by Harris. Trying to juggle it along the sideline. Plays a little tippy-toe, and he's out of there.
What a play by the sophomore tight end, Brock Harris. Makes it 13-2 here with the Panthers.
And you want to know why this kid is ranked as high as he is in the country, why he is a 4-star recruit, one of the top tight ends in the nation? It's because of plays like that, Caden.
Exactly. Extra point coming. And there's the snap, the kick, and it is good. Pineview Panthers now lead this one 14-2 with 1:10 left to go here in the second quarter. We're going to step aside, take a break. We'll be back right after this.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. Hearst General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
The band is playing. The lights are flashing. The Pineview Panthers get another score on the board, make it 14-2 here as we're just about to halftime. Only 1:10 left to go.
Yeah, if you told me there was about 1 minute left to go in the half and that the score was going to be 14-2 in favor of the Panthers, I'd be a little shocked. I might look at you a little sideways, but here we are as the Panthers are putting up a heck of a fight tonight and really bringing it to the Flyers.
The Flyers getting back ready to receive. There's the kick. They're going to keep it low for him. They're going to make him work for it as they pick it up at 20. Going around to the 30 before he's brought down.
I'm going to be honest with you, Caden. I think they're just trying not to kick it to number 2.
I think they're exactly. I think you're exactly right with that. Don't get it to Sawyer. If you can avoid getting it to Rand Sawyer, you'll be all right.
I think Coach Boyer has finally had enough and said, you know what? Get the ball away from this kid. Don't put it in his hands, not willingly at least. Make him work for it, like you said.
And I don't know if I want to go over to Louis Bennett either, though. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of good athletes.
Both of those guys. I don't want to be sending it to either of them. Those Flyers have some great returners on special teams. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 30. Truman drops back to pass. He's going to go to the right through the middle over there to David Barchi with plenty of room for the first down.
Good catch there, good drop back, nice blocking by the offensive line.
Yeah, they did everything they needed to do. Picks it up right about at that far side hash mark and brings it all the way out to the 45.
Looked like maybe they got away with a false start, but refs aren't calling it, so we're moving it forward. That's a first down on the completion to Jackson Barbin.
Yeah, they continue to move this ball forward, and we keep moving those chains. First and 10, first and 10, first and 10.
And you could tell that Coach Munkers now has got the Flyers in a little bit of desperation mode. I shouldn't say desperation, but kind of like you said, that 2-minute uptick mode.
And looking to pass again to the outside is Barbin, and they're going to say it was caught at the 32-yard line.
Well, in 3 plays, just like that, the Flyers have had the most success on offense they've had all night.
I know it. And who knew it'd come through the air? Wow, what an athletic play there by Barbin. And I believe they're going to give a timeout. Now, who called the timeout is the question. Or maybe they're just trying to conference about the call on the sideline. I don't know if it's a timeout or if they're trying to conference about the call, but they will say it's a timeout to the Flyers. So we'll take a timeout ourselves, and we will continue on. We only have 35 seconds left to go here in the second. We'll be back right after this.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
With now 38 seconds on the board, it's a 1st and 10 for the Flyers. Marching into Pineview Panther territory now, sitting right at that 32-yard line. Here's the snap. Truman going to pass up the middle again. Did he tap those toes? Oh, yeah. Barbin did it again.
Jackson Barbin having a lot of success on this drive, just hitting those deep outs. Nobody's really kind of manning him up. They keep playing soft back in that zone, and you keep giving it to them, they're going to keep taking it.
Ooh, beautiful play there. Barbin again, man. He's trying to get that Hearst Hardware Player of the Game or something, you know.
Well, I think every time they run that little out route too, Caden, they're getting tackled, falling out of bounds, so it's stopping the clock as well.
Yeah, every single time. That only took 4 seconds off the clock. And now it's going to be a timeout for the Panthers. So, you know, we'll just keep it right here. With that Panther timeout, and again, ball at the 20-yard line. I'm sure the Panthers are just trying to figure out how to cover up those receivers at the moment, but with 32 seconds, you still got 2 timeouts left. The Flyers are sitting in a good position right now.
Yeah, and you know what? This is exactly what Coach Munkers wants. He said, hey, guys, you know, we're in a place where we're not out of this game. It's 14-2. I mean, you're less than 2 touchdowns away from taking the lead. So all you have to do is play our game. And right now, like you said, they're finding a little bit of success passing the ball. Generally, you would think running it would be the way to go against Pineview, but through the air is what's getting down the field.
Yeah, through the air is working. They keep going with it, and those out routes right now to Jackson Barbin they're just, you know, they're looking nice and sweet out there for sure.
Yeah, you would hope that they'll start manning that up a little bit. Stop playing so soft there on the flat zone.
And here's the snap. Truman will pass up the middle, and it is incomplete, nearly intercepted as well.
Yeah, he gets away with one there as he tried to take that shot down the middle, but just overthrew him a little bit. Almost had a chance for an interception.
Yeah, David Beckstrand was just a little too far inside on it. But if anything, it stops the clock. 27.9 left on the clock. And the Flyers get set again. Truman looking to pass. He'll go again across the middle. And it's bobbled. Not able to bring it in is Louis Bennett.
And that would have been a nice reception there. And just got his eyes a little bit too wide as he kind of saw it into his hands, thought he had the space, and never really quite brought it to his body.
That's his second, because Bennett on defense had the chance for a pick and wasn't able to bring it in, and now he's lost this one. I feel like he's at halftime.
Sounds like Bennett might be playing DB a little bit longer.
He's got to go throw something extra sticky on those gloves of his or something, you know. It is third down. Pass to the outside, they go to Barban. He does bring it in, but that makes it now 4th and a little bit. 4th and 4 now.
Would you be willing to guess that they do another out route to Jackson Barban to get the first here?
With 19 seconds, you either go for the end zone or you go for the easy first down, whichever one it is, right? And it's going to be a timeout this time to Pineview. They'll use their final timeout of the game, or excuse me, of the first half. And with only 19.6 seconds left to go here in this first half of play. This feels like we're trying to go for a playoff game or something right at the end of the game, not just a regular season game in the first half. You know?
Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of these, or both these teams have a lot to play for. I mean, really, region still early in play. There's still a lot of season left. I think this is one of those upset wins potentially where if Pineview comes out of here with a big win, a lot of people got to take them a lot more serious as region goes on.
Yeah, they definitely should. You know, Pineview Pineview is a team with a lot of offensive firepower. Dixie's a team with just athletes, right? Both of these teams are trying to prove that what they have is worth fighting for right now in Region 9.
It's one of those things where do you want to drink the Kool-Aid with the Panthers? Do you think they're legit, or do you still want to see this is one of those teams where you can really see if they're a pretender or a contender?
And they're trying to make a 4th down stop here against the Flyers. Snap is away. And Truman's looking to pass the pressure. Nearly getting to him. He scrambles outside of it. He's trying to go towards the... Oh, and he goes backwards. He'll be wrapped up and taken down. Will not convert the 4th down.
No, he should have just kept going. I mean...
Yeah, he had the chance right there, and he's trying to take off for the sideline to stop the clock.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, you have 2 timeouts left. Just let it happen.
You have the timeouts on your side. You got to be more aware, because if I'm Coach Munkers, I'm probably going into the half now with my 2 timeouts. Great stop, though, by Pineview.
Great stop by Pineview. They did exactly what they needed to do. They collapsed that pocket, and Moore will just take the knee, and it looks like Pineview will Dixie will just accept it and say, yep, it's halftime. That's fine with us. So first half of play is over here at Pineview High School. The Panthers currently leading 14-2. We're going to step aside. And when we come back, it is our Rally Stop halftime show here on the Fan Sports Network.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a bright Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need. supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's Caden Formaster.
And Mark Musgrave, the voice you know with the Fan Sports Network.
Check out our local sports radio show From the Bleachers live every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m.
Listen to us on the radio on 99.5 or 95.3 FM.
You can also listen through the Fan Sports Network app or watch the show live on the Fan Sports Network YouTube page.
The Fan Sports Network is your home of Utah Tech Trailblazers, high school sports, and the pros.
The Fan Sports Network, Southern Utah's home for local sports.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Or maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool? Well, Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Plan your perfect getaway or staycation. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
Halftime here at Pineview High School in Panther Stadium, where right now the Pineview Panthers lead 14-2. Welcome into the Rally Stop halftime show here on the Fan Sports Network. It's Caden Formaster with you and Connor Collins bringing you the action here and recapping the first half of play. And Connor, what did we see in the first half?
I got to say, I think the biggest takeaway for me is just Pineview's defense overall. They've been stout. I mean, as far as the coverage, the pressure they've applied up front, the way they've tackled and gotten to really everybody swarming the ball, it's been an all-around effort for the Panthers. And I got to say, I'm quite impressed because I thought that that's really what would be the issue for them. I thought they would come out here and points and scoring wasn't going to be so hard as much as it would be trying to stop Dixie from doing the same. But it seems to be quite the opposite here tonight.
Well, they've had, I believe, 2 turnovers. Is that correct?
Yep.
2 turnovers. Dixie's been able to bring in 1 turnover from Pineview as well. So there's definitely something to be said for that on both sides, right? Got to make sure to keep control of the ball and don't just throw it away. Or in Dixie's case, they've fumbled it a few different times. So you just got to be a little bit more careful with what you're doing with that ball. But outside of that, it's been a it's been a pretty decent offensive game for Pineview. Outside of losing it on the fumble early and getting that safety on their very first drive, really outside of that, they've been doing okay. And again, yeah, it's lower scoring first half so far, being only 14-2.
Which I don't think any of us expected. I know I thought this was going to be one of the higher scoring games tonight.
And I thought so as well.
Because you look at what Adam Moore and you look at what Wyatt Truman and Ron Sawyer and Brock Harris, just all the absolute skill positions out on the field. But I tell you what, I think one of the funnest things that we've seen here tonight is the chess match being played between Coach Boyer and Coach Munkers.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, isn't it, to see these guys go back and forth, and as you mentioned, who's going to bring out what? What defensive scheme are you going to bring out to try to stop that jet sweep, and what are you going to do with your corners? What are you doing with your secondary to try to stop the great passing game that Pineview has? And they're doing a really good job all across the board. But inside of our Rally Stop halftime show, we want to thank Rally Stop being our sponsor of the halftime show. Anytime you guys are out and about and you need somewhere to stop for refuel on gas or snacks, Rally Stop's your place to go. With locations in Cedar and St. George. I also want to look at our Nets on Fire scoreboard with the Region 9 scoreboard and point out some of those scores that we have right now. So the latest updates that we have at the end of the first half, of course, at the end of the first half here is 14-2, but with 6:03 left in the second, the most recent score update we have from Crimson and Snow Canyon is that Crimson's on top 14-7. So a closer ball game than we have here right now.
Yeah, I think Crimson is one of those teams where they can run away with a game at any point, but what's really impressive is that Snow Canyon has the wide receivers that I think really go toe-to-toe with Crimson. You talk about both quarterbacks being able to go back and throw the ball. Tank Kelly, Steele Barbin, those two I think are probably some of the, if not the two best quarterbacks in the region going back-to-back. I'm sure that's a great duel going on there tonight.
We also have Cedars up against Hurricane, 28-0. That game with the last update that we got was about 20 minutes ago. There was 9 minutes left in the second quarter, so I doubt there's been any other scoring updates since then, but 28-0 Cedar over Hurricane at the moment through the first half of play. So we'll see how that one continues to pan out. And then Desert Hills getting the day off today. They're sitting at home resting, hanging out.
What do you think about Desert Hills actually taking the bye week? We've seen a few teams so far this year where you go out on the bye week, schedule another game, try to bolster that RPI. I think it's a good decision here by Coach and taking this team who's kind of gotten, some tough wins, some not so tough, where maybe you just kind of rest your guys up because there's a long Region 9 stretch ahead of them.
Yeah, Coach Tapp's deciding to just give it a rest for this year, or for this bye week. But you know what's tough with that? There's pros and cons. Your pros are you're resting your guys up, you're getting dialed in in practice, and you're not out there getting yourself injured in a game, right? The cons to that, you're coming off of a major loss to Crimson.
Yes.
And you have to live with that. You want to
live with that for 2 weeks.
You want to get that bad taste in your mouth as soon as possible, and you have to deal with it for 2 weeks. That's not going to be fun. Practices are going to be rough.
But maybe that's kind of what Coach wanted. Maybe he kind of wanted, Coach Taps that is, wanted Desert Hills to kind of let that sink in, have 2 weeks to sit there and think about, hey, do you want to feel this again? Do you want to know what embarrassment is? Because, to be quite frank, I think that's what a lot of people would call that performance from Desert Hills last week.
Sure.
A lot of people expected Crimson Cliffs and Desert Hills to be a very tight, contested game, almost what we're seeing now with Snow Canyon and the Mustangs. So, Desert Hills definitely a little bit on the slide back from what they were last year as defending state champs.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, we'll see what they bring to it. But back to the action here at Pineview High School. Talking about that first half of play, really it's been hit or miss from both of these teams. Both teams have done some amazing things. Both teams have made some massive mistakes, right?
I've had one player who's so far that I think really stuck out, and that's got to be Mo Tonga for the Panthers.
Tonga has been amazing.
Just in this first half, it seems like, again, I can't stress it enough, he's the engine to the car right now. When things start to falter a little bit, they're like, all right, let's go back to number one. And whether it's a quick run down the middle or a quick swing pass to him, if you get Tonga the ball, he has that physicality, he has that emotion, that character, where it seems like the rest of the team feeds off it. So I think if they want to stay ahead in this game and continue to build on this lead, they should probably keep looking to stay at number one at Tonga.
And I like that. I think that you're hitting the nail on the head right there. Tonga's been a massive bright spot for this Panther offense. Not only with the rush, but he's caught a few in the flat and has been able to bring it out. And really, he just takes guys on his back and pulls them for an extra 5,
Yeah.
And that's, if I'm Coach Boyer, I'm giving a game ball to that guy at the end of the game if he continues to do so through the second half. But yeah, with that said, tell you what, let's take a quick break inside of our halftime show here, brought to you by Rally Stop. And when we come back, we continue on with the coverage from Pineview High School, where the score is 14-2 in favor of the Panthers. Stick around.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a bright evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Pineview mini cheerleaders out there on the field today for their final home game of the season. That feels a little weird to say, senior night over here at Panther Stadium, and all of the extra cheerleaders out here today to help support this Panther team.
All of them, Caden. I think you got all of them and some. You got the little minis out there. I see some cheerleaders, some are half the size, some are even smaller than that.
Yeah. I love it when they get the community involved on nights like this and bring everyone out to participate in the festivities going on at senior night in this game here for Pineview. And again, they've had 3 home games in a row. They've kind of been spoiled here, but then is it really getting spoiled when you have to go on the road for the rest of the season? A little tough.
Yeah, and again, not any team here is really too far from the other, but still, nothing like playing in front of your home team and your home environment. And again, I think this is one of those for Pineview. You got to enjoy it and take it where you can.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, a bit of an extended halftime coverage because of all the different festivities going on here today. So I know that the teams will, of course, be back out soon, but yeah, they're going to take their time, let the community do their thing, let the cheerleaders do their thing, the dance company and whatnot. So, well, we again welcome you into the Rally Stop halftime show here from Panther Stadium. Pineview's up 14-2 at halftime, and it has been it's been an interesting one so far. The Panthers have had some big moments, some good long passes, and I believe if my mind is correct, this last replay, or excuse me, the last one here, defensive play from the Panthers, getting the big stop against Dixie. But there have been some good plays from both of these teams here in the passing game, especially in the last few minutes, right? The last 2 minutes, you had that Brock Harris, Jason Baum, long bomb of the game, where he took it all the way across for a 40-plus yard touchdown.
Yeah, and that was one of those where really it was a simple out route where he just kind of broke a tackler off outside and kept his feet in bounds, walked that tightrope on the sideline, and carried up the field, like you said, the rest of the way. But so far, good game for the Panthers. I think that they're probably happy to be up going into the half here. And a 2-14 score, I think, is probably the interesting thing here to me, because when I talk about the Flyers and I talk about Coach Munkers, it's offense. It's offense, it's offense, it's offense. It's scoring the ball. It's finding ways to get into the end zone. And that's just clearly has not been what's going on here tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely been a defensive game here tonight. And both of these teams, I feel like, would say that they need to do a little bit better on offense. They need to keep it cleaner. They need to keep the ball from being turned over. I mean, that's a big part of it as well. So we've seen too many turnovers. Obviously, the 2 points on the board resulted from a turnover where well, I should say nearly a turnover technically, but, you know, in some ways, I guess that is a turnover. Anytime you get a safety, it really is.
Yeah, I mean, you get the ball back after, so
we'll give it a turnover, right?
It could be the defensive play of the game so far.
And you get points off of it, too. So, yeah, it's a difficult spot to be in for Pineview to start things off that way. But you know what? They answer back with a couple of touchdowns. They leave that as the only points on the board for Dixie. The defense, the only teams that are scoring right now. The defense is scoring for Dixie, and that's it. That offense has to get a little bit more involved that way. But, you know, this last minute has shown me that they can. They can move the ball. They just have to avoid those turnovers. They've had 2 turnovers that stopped their drives dead in the tracks.
And I am seeing here, it looks like the other 2 games going on right now in Region 9 are at the half. Cedar City up over Hurricane 35-7, and right now the Mustangs up over Snow Canyon 14-7. So good game boiling on over there at the Warriors' Den, but he also got a really good one over here. And looks like, as I said, that the Flyers starting to get ready to walk back out and warm up, and surely enough, the Panthers will be following short after.
Yeah, both teams getting ready to get started again here shortly with the second half of play. And the other games at halftime right now across Region 9 on your Nets on Fire scoreboard. Connor, I know you got those. What do we got?
Yeah, we have a 14-7 score, Crimson on top of Snow Canyon, and then Cedar on top of Hurricane, 35-7.
So with that, we continue on. Cedar moving the ball, man. They know how to get the ball into the end zone against this Hurricane team for whatever reason. Good first half there from the Reds. So we're going to step aside, take a break, let those teams warm up, and when we come back, we're going to get started with the second half of football from Panthers Stadium, where the Panthers lead right now 14-2. Stick around.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bride Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Hey, it's Caden Formaster.
And Mark Musgrave, the voice you know with the Fan Sports Network.
Check out our local sports radio show, From the Bleachers, live every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m.
Listen to us on the radio on 99.5 or 95.3 FM.
You can also listen through the Fan Sports Network app or watch the show live on the Fan Sports Network YouTube page.
The Fan Sports Network is your home of Utah Tech Trailblazers, high school sports, and the pros.
The Fan Sports Network, Southern Utah's home for local sports. Welcome back in, everybody. It is the second half of action here from Pineview High School. The Panthers will be receiving from the Flyers to start things off here in the second half of play. Caden Formaster here and Connor Collins, CC on the broadcast with you here tonight.
Yep, a little update for some of our college scores going on right now. I know we've got a lot of Aggie fans out there might be listening. The Utah State Aggies taking on Air Force. They're down 14-39 right now. McKay Hillstead, the third-string quarterback for the Aggies, now in. Seems to have provided a little bit of spark on offense, but this game shortly or quickly getting out of hand here.
And the kick is away. Brought in about the 2-yard line, taking it over to the far side, to the near side, and take down at about the 11-yard line. Not much room to go there for Colby Richardson.
Yeah, it looked like he thought he had a little bit of a seam. Maybe he could break it, but great job by the Flyers to swarm there, and that's a nice way to kind of emphasize and start the half. Now let's see if the defense can follow suit.
And yeah, with the ball at the 11-yard line, long field here to go for the Panthers. Adam Moore in the gun. Takes the snap, and it's going to be a handoff to Tonga. Tonga looked for a blocker to try to get in front of it, but there was none there.
Yeah,
so it'll be no gain on the play.
Tried to kind of, like you said, play almost like Le'Veon Bell-like and set his blocks up to follow and show that patience, but sometimes being a little bit too patient will get you lit up.
Brings up second down here. Moore takes the snap, and he'll look to pass. He rolls out to the near side, goes out to Harris. Harris a little too far overthrown, and it'll be third down.
Yeah, Adam Moore getting rushed out of the pocket, and that was just him trying to trust his guy to go up and make a play. And still, honestly, not too far out of reach there for Brock Harris. So I can understand the thought process, but like you said, now third and long. What do you do if you're the Flyers? Maybe try to set up a little bit of pressure?
Yeah, you got to do something, right? I like the idea of putting pressure on. 3rd and 10, trips to the far side. Snap is away. And Moore looking to pass. He'll dump it off to Tonga. Tonga with a blocker in front of him. He'll pass the 20, the 25, and he will fall forward with the first down.
Yeah, good job there by Adam Moore to just take what's available. You don't have to force the long ball. If you got the wide open route, give it to your guy and let him get the rest of the way.
Yeah, great move here by the Panthers to go in there and get the first down.
Looked like they tried to set up a quick screen there on that last play to Tonga as he had a couple offensive linemen out there leading the way.
And taking the snap, and it's a handoff to Tonga. He'll take it right up the middle for a decent gain of about 5.
I'll tell you what, Caden, it looked like he gets out of one more arm tackle. He might still be running.
Let's check that out on that Holbrook Asphalt replay.
Just barely gets him by the ankle here. It looked like he had a lot of green grass after that.
Got tripped up more than anything, didn't he? 2nd and 5 for the Panthers. And snaps away, looking to pass. He's trying to go to Harris. Harris lays out for it, not there.
But there is a flag.
There's a flag on the play.
And at this point right now, the Flyers are saying, what do you want us to do? The guy is 6'6".
Yeah, there's a little bit of holding kind of going on there. They'll give him the pass interference call and give the Panthers the first down. But it puts the ball at the 48 there for the Panthers. And again, if you're Dixie, you got to avoid mistakes, and that's one of those mistakes. When it comes to, turnovers is one thing, but, penalties is another. As Tonga pushes forward for a gain of only 2. And put the ball at that 50-yard line.
Looks like that Hurricane game started to have a few fireworks here as Hurricane picks up an 83-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Quincy Jones gets the reception there. Good enough for a gain of about 5.
So Hurricane picks up an 83-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown with 1:33 left in the second quarter. But Cedar comes back, and Elliott, or a pass from Elliott with 7 seconds left before half to get a touchdown. So looks like Cedar's still staying on top of things there as Hurricane try to gas for life.
Tonga's going to lose a yard on that play, and it's a good stop by the Flyers. Yeah, not a good look there for the Panthers, making it 4th and 3. Do you go for it? They are lined up to go for it.
Yeah, I think you go for it until otherwise, and there you go.
Trips near side. They're going to go over to Harris. Harris had the first down and went back. The ball is out.
Oh, and that's going. It's a live ball, Caden.
He's going all the way past the 20, the 10, and
touchdown!
In for the touchdown, Junior Coughlin.
And it just seemed like Brock Harris, like you said, had the first down, and oh man, he's gonna want that one back, and just an unfortunate event for the Panthers, but really big opportunity for the Flyers as they capitalize off the turnover, take it all the way back for 6.
And the extra point is coming with Bibiano Vargas set to go for the extra point here. Yeah, that's a big change of events here, now making it a 1-score game. And the extra point from Bibiano Vargas is good.
Wow, we saw Brock Harris make that great play earlier in the game where he kind of juggled it on the sideline, brought it back in, and took it the rest of the way for a touchdown. But one of those here where it tries to be a little bit too much of a Superman, and I think the forward progress, he would have had the first down, but he tries to make an extra move, and that does then make it a live ball, and he forces the fumble there. Junior Coughlin picks it up, takes it back to the house.
Yeah, sometimes there's pros and cons to trying to get a little tricky, trying to get those plays to break free. And again, he thought there's an open field if I get past this one guy, right? Well, the one guy ended up being a couple of guys. He held him up just long enough to get the ball stripped away from him. So it leads to a Dixie Flyer score, 14-9 here in the third quarter on the Wilkinson's House Lighting scoreboard with 8:32 left to go in the third. And get ready to kick it away is Bibiano Vargas.
And I like Coach over there kind of pulling Brock Harris aside and just saying, hey, it's all right. These things happen. We still need you. We need you out there. You got to lock in. Looks like that's exactly what he's going to do as they go ahead and roll 86 back out there with Adam Moore in the offense for the Panthers.
Yeah, still a long game to go. Lots of time left on the clock. They'll start things off at the 20-yard line. Moore with the man in motion. And takes the snap. Rolls out of it to the near side. Pass across the edge. It is caught. Colby Richardson.
Yeah, nice catch there by Colby Richardson. That's the second good catch there we've seen by number 11 tonight. So Colby Richardson, one of the guys not talked about too much on this offense, making a few key plays.
It's enough for the Panther first down. And now setting up at the 36. Again, they send Jones in motion. Snaps away more. Pump fakes. Takes it himself. And goes all the way down to about the 38.
Nice rush there, and they're just trying to slowly, methodically get the rhythm back. Again, it was a 4th and 3 when they went for it, and Brock Harris had the first down until a little bit extra causing the fumble. So.
And it is now 2nd and 7. Snaps away, handoff to Tonga. Tonga with some room to run up the middle, bounces off one defender, goes past the 45, and a flag comes in from a couple of different directions there.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a hold on number 11.
Ooh,
Colby
Tonga's
Richardson.
down. Coach Boyer comes out to check on his player. You never want to see that.
No, and not sure if maybe on the replay here we.
And we didn't have a. Yeah. I didn't get the replay on that one.
Looked like maybe he took a hard hit to the lower body or something. We'll see here.
Yeah, players taking a knee, and so yeah, they will give it a personal foul against the Flyers. They did go at his head, and he's definitely feeling it. He's not having a good time down there. So we'll step aside. We'll let the athletic trainers do their jobs, and we will be back with more coverage from Pineview High School when we come back.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bride Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. Hearst General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks Ace stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
As you can see, they're still working on trying to figure out what's going on with Moholangi Tonga. He took a big hit. We watched it back on the stream, and on his way, as he was on his way down, coming from the backfield, was Rand Sawyer, who gave him a pretty good hit to the head and neck area, and he's still down. The athletic trainers and coaches out there trying to do their best to treat him as much as they possibly can. We've got we do have coaches and athletic trainers out there on the phone right now, I believe, with emergency personnel to probably get him taken somewhere where he can get checked out a little bit more by some other professionals. So never a great sign in this situation when he's been out there for so long.
Yeah, not only do you talk about just a guy who really was the heart and soul of this offense, but truly kind of the one bright spot so far on offense is, he's been carrying you down the field. He's kind of put the team on his back, and he has a very physical style of running, so it's almost not a surprise that this happened, but it definitely is still not good to see, and it hurts to see a guy out there. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy, but I believe you're right. It does look like they're working on trying to get maybe some emergency vehicles or something out here to help get him off the field.
There is someone with a Pineview shirt over there sitting at about the 5-yard line over on our right-hand side, where they are talking with the police officers that are here. And so maybe they'll try to get some emergency personnel again in here and helping out. But, shout out to our athletic trainers. We do have some great athletic trainers here in Region 9, and both the athletic trainers for both of these teams out there making sure that Tonga is being taken care of as much as they possibly can. So, and then again, trying to get the emergency personnel on the way. So with that said, we'll again try to step aside and bring you as much coverage as we can here while we await the outcome of this injury to Moholangi Tonga. And again, we'll take a break and be back with more here from Pineview High School.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Or maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool? Well, Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Plan your perfect getaway or staycation. Visit St. George, Utah, vacationrentals.com.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello?
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bride Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
So again, still here at Pineview High School, waiting on paramedics, the ambulance over off the side over on the right-hand side of the field right now coming out, and Moholongi Tonga is the injured player for the Panthers. Took a big hit trying to take a run up the middle, and one of the linebackers coming back to try to block it up, hit to the head and neck area of Tonga, and he goes down. Again, paramedics on their way. They're trying to get into the stadium right now, actually, over on the right-hand side of the stadium. So paramedics coming in. Want to just give you this quick update while we can. Again, it's definitely a somber scene right now here at Pineview High School, where we will continue to bring you the coverage between the Panthers and the Flyers when we can. But of course, right now, the most pressing matter is for Moholongi. He's out there on the field in definitely not a great situation at this moment. So we will bring you the coverage as we can. But again, at this moment, paramedics coming onto the field. So we'll step aside and we'll continue to update you as we can. And play will resume here, I'm sure, shortly. But again, at this moment, the most important thing is to try to get Moholongi Tonga in a place where he is able to stay safe and get looked at by professionals. So we'll step aside. More when we come back here from Pineview High School.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello?
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Well, again, a somber scene over here at Pineview High School. The paramedics have shown up and are in the process of trying to get Moholongi Tonga loaded up and taken in the ambulance here. He's been out there on the field now for quite some time after taking a big hit and we will continue to do what we can to bring you what we know. But right now, I mean, it is pure speculation. We just saw that he took a hit to the head and neck area. So right now, it's just speculation on exactly what is going on with him, what his injuries are. But they took a long time of just letting him just stay where he's at. They didn't want to touch him. They didn't want to move him. They're waiting for the paramedics to get here. So, and right now, again, they're taking their time to move him, as they should. You don't want to further injure anything. They're able to, they're trying to get the pads and jersey and everything cut off of him and make it a little bit easier to move him along here in the ambulance and get him off the field. So, again, just a somber scene right now, and really devastating for this Pineview team, for their fans. Fans and players of both teams right now. Really just feeling this mood at the moment, and it is a somber one, to say the least. It's not it's not a good time at the moment right now for Pineview fans, and really just everyone here at Panther Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I've been kind of taking a few minutes here, Caden, to just watch and observe everything that's going on, and I'm glad to see that it looks like there's a little bit of movement here as they're starting to get him on the stretcher. But it's scary, man. Every time you put on those pads and those helmets, and I played for a long time. I played for 10 plus years of my life, and it was great. I had the chance to play at the next level, but you almost take it for granted sometimes that it can all end in the snap of the fingers. And by no means am I saying anything ended here for Mo Tonga, but what I will say is it got very real very quick.
Oh, for everyone in the stadium right now, it is very real, and it's a scary moment, indeed. Again, the paramedics there, and we don't want to get too close into the scene for you. We zoomed out on the camera. We don't feel like we need to be invading in that with the camera zoomed in. So we'll kind of keep things away. If you're wondering and you say, hey, we want to get closer, well, we're going to keep it at a respectable distance in the meantime. So we will continue to bring you what we can and what we know at the moment. We really don't know anything. Again, they're taking their time. They brought out that the board to try to get him laid down onto it, and they'll move him as carefully as they possibly can and take him and get him somewhere where he can get checked out by professionals, and we definitely are hoping and praying for the best for him. And it's a rough scene here at Pineview High School, but we do appreciate you being with us through this, and we'll continue to bring you what we can and what we know when we know it. In the meantime, though, again, we'll step aside and wait this out and just hope for the best for Moholongi Tonga as the paramedics and the athletic trainers continue to work on him. So we'll step aside, and we'll be back with more from Pineview High School when we come back.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
So they got Moe Tonga loaded up on the stretcher there, and the team has gathered around him, and have decided to, what looks like maybe give even a word of prayer as they get ready to take their teammate and their friend off in the ambulance here shortly. So the crowd applauded as they loaded him up from the board to the stretcher, and now you can see obviously the Panthers heading back to the sideline. So they have him loaded up. They'll be taking him off the field here, and we will of course be resuming shortly, I would assume. And now Pineview's got to be feeling a little shaken up for one, maybe motivated for two, as they now have to try to find a way to regroup after watching one of their best friends, one of their brothers, being carted off the field now, and what has been one of the scariest situations we've seen this season.
Yeah, just hard to watch. I mean, right now you can see Seth Shumway on the field visibly having a really, really hard time with what's going on. Coach Boyer's now trying to get him down. I've seen a couple other coaches trying to pull him aside and get his head back in, but that's now going to be the challenge for the Panthers is do you let what happened now to Moe Tonga distract you for the rest of the night, or do you use this as a drive? Do you use it as inspiration? And as Boyer and Shumway break off and come over to the side, I think now you get to see a chance. What do the Pineview Panthers do when they face adversity? You just gave up a big fumble return for a touchdown. Now you lost one of your star players for the game, clearly. What do you do?
Yeah. And I don't know if there's a correct answer for that. And what do you do? You just got to keep playing. You just got to keep playing football, right? You just got to go one play at a time, one step at a time. You just keep playing football. Right now, Pineview with the lead 14-9. And again, as you can kind of see out there, players taking the time to warm back up. The officials have given them a moment to do that, of course. And
yeah, it was a long injury break there.
And we'll get back to it here. I mean, that was nearly a half-hour injury break. So what do you do in that situation right now? I mean, you just do what you got to do. Keep moving forward.
Yeah.
So tough transition, of course, for us here. We got to try to bring the energy back into it. Easier said than done. And it's a tough position, I think, for everyone to be in, because now there's just this weight that is fallen upon everyone here at Panther Stadium. And I can only imagine the weight that these players are feeling right now, especially for the Panthers, as one of their own has made his way again over to the ambulance, and they will be transporting him away. And again, we can only hope and pray for the best for him.
Yeah, but, you know, let's not take away from the fact at hand here, Caden. We still have a very good game in front of us. We had a long break, which means it's still 7 minutes left here in the third quarter, and it's 14-9. So all things aside, there's still football to be played. And when there's football to be played, you can expect us to be here calling the game and ready to go. And that's what it's going to come back down to here. We're looking at the Panthers as they warm back up. The Flyers got a little bit of energy under them. Bibiano getting some last-minute kicks in, but scary scene as we're going to have to go ahead, put it in the rear view as Moe Tonga, like you said, loaded into the ambulance, getting ready to be sent on out here. Hopefully some word as soon as by the end of the night maybe, and if we do get anything, we'll keep all of our listeners updated. But until then, still 7:43 left in the third, 14-9 on your Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard.
And we'll step away one last time, and when we come back, it will be time to play some football here. And Pineview, as you mentioned, up 14-9. We'll be back right after this.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Quick return back to the action. Everyone's getting ready to move forward here. And remember, there was the major penalty on that play that obviously led to the injury of Tonga. So it will be a first down for the Panthers here, I believe.
Nice to hear kind of the Pineview fans as the offense takes the field say we get a big I love you tongue, and you hear the fans kind of get rowdy there. So they're still here tonight. They're still waiting as Brock Harris has a chance for it deep.
Yeah, just not quite there. A little overthrown. Just a little overthrown there. Yeah, just, and he was right there. He was close to it. The guy's got long arms. I don't know if he's got that long of arms, though. Makes it 2nd down and 10 to go. Adam Moore in the gun. And it's going to be a handoff to Beckstrand. Beckstrand will be wrapped up almost immediately. And no gain on the play. It's 3rd down. Wrapped up very quickly and held there at the line of scrimmage by Jernigan. Came in, read the run perfectly, kept Beckstrand back where he needed to be. So again, 3rd and 10. Snaps away. Looking to pass across the middle. He's got him, but is it enough?
Good catch there. That's
just shy.
That's a rough spot. I thought he did a good job at kind of getting the yardage there, the forward progress. But
let's see if we can find this here on the Holbrook Asphalt replay.
Yeah, I guess right there. It's a fair call.
Yeah,
Make him go for it.
That's a fair call. Make him work for it for sure. Ball at the 30. There's the snap, and it's a direct snap to Beckstrand, and he'll push forward with it for about a gain of 9. We got a fight going on over here on the sideline. Our cameras weren't able to pick it up, but we had a fight going on, pushing and shoving. And Coach Boyer a little mad at Costa, who was kind of getting into it, and a couple of guys. I didn't see who it was for Dixie. I don't know if you caught that.
I think right now, like we talked about, the Panthers are a little bit emotionally charged up and maybe playing with a little chip on their shoulder, trying to get their team back into this game.
Let's see, do we have the replay of that last play here? Oh, no, this is the passing play from before. But either way, flag is out there on the play, and see who they throw it against. So they're going to give it against Pineview and against Dixie, and
so there's 2 on Dixie,
unsportsmanlike against Dixie. So it'll be a Pineview 1st down.
So yeah, the 2 original penalties offset each other, but then the second unsportsmanlike conduct will get called there on Dixie.
Yep.
So I think that's kind of what Coach Boyer was saying there is, hey, get your ass out of this. You know, we're not on you guys. Let's keep our names, keep our jobs clean.
Yeah. You don't want to ruin any sort of this forward progress with penalty flags. Ball at the 11-yard line, and Moore is back in the gun. He takes the snap, looking to those trips to the far side, and he'll try to slip out of coverage coming at him, but not quite there.
Almost unaware of the pressure that was coming around the side there as he kind of just stayed back in the pocket, never really quite started climbing.
Yeah, they'll give him some forward progress there, make it 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line. Panthers inside the Cache Valley Bank red zone. They've been there a few different times so far tonight as it's a handoff to Beckstrand. Beckstrand tries to spin out of 1 tackle and falls forward for a gain of about 3.
This is a chance here for Pineview to kind of get themselves back on the board and get some momentum.
Yeah, you see him spin out of 1 and fall down forward at about the 9-yard line, making it 3rd and 8 to go. And snaps away, pressure getting towards him, but he's going to take it and run with it all the way forward, in for the touchdown.
There you go, Adam Moore. Call your own number 7 as you roll out right. what a beautiful way to just kind of say, hey, if everyone's going to go man up, no one's accounting for me, I'll take it in.
Adam Moore all the way to the house on the scramble for the touchdown. 20-9 Panthers, PAT pending. And the extra point is up and good. 21-9 now. Panthers lead on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard here on the Fan Sports Network.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Panthers get on the board again. It is 21-9. Up on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. They extend the lead over the Flyers. And they'll be kicking off again from the 40-yard line. Remember last time they kicked off to the Flyers, they kept it a little short. Now, was that just because they wanted to try to run some time off and end things in the first half of play? I guess we'll see what they do here on this one. Or if they try to send it back there and see if Bennett will recover it. They'll go short kick again.
Yeah,
and it still goes to Bennett. Oh, and he's taken down immediately by Camden Graham.
Wow, that was a 5-on-5 action right there, man. Lucido Bennett thought he had a little bit of room to run, and he got lit up.
That is definitely one of our dealer collisions. Big hit of the game. And now the Flyers still with decent field position to start off here at the 30-yard line.
I gotta say, man, it's feeling like this team's got a little bit of juice. This Panthers team, ever since the injury to Mo Tonga, it seems like maybe it's starting to play with a little chip on their shoulder for a fallen brother.
And it's going to be a handoff, nearly taken down in the backfield, slips out of it, pushes forward, and able to gain a few yards.
Yeah, nice way to get there in the backfield that you see the edge containment there. Almost had him, like you said, just slips out of it. That was Joseph Burgess trying to make the tackle there.
It is second down. Flyers put Sawyer in motion.
Back to the
he's
well.
wrapped up. David Beckstrand gets him.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, Caden, this Panthers defense, they're feeling it tonight.
David Beckstrand, the senior on senior night, gets back there, gets a hand on the jersey, takes him down.
Yeah, we're starting to see some big hits now. This Panthers team is charged up. I think the emotions are flowing through them. Let's see if they can use it all the right ways, because momentum is clearly right now on side of the Panthers.
Yeah, that adrenaline pumping. Snap is away. Truman looking to pass the pressure, getting there. It is underthrown, and a late flag on the play.
Yeah, I was thinking, why wasn't there one thrown in the first place? It looked like he was kind of beat there on the coverage it was. I think that was number 40 out there, Kason Heimelright on the coverage.
Number 21 on the coverage there.
Oh, that was 21. Excuse me, I saw it was 41. That was Braxton Linville. Either way, he knew that he was beat, so he decided to reach rather than get topped.
Flyers off the penalty will get the Red Rock Real Estate first down. They'll move those chains up, start them at the 41.
Nice break there for the Flyers.
And snaps away. It's going to be a handoff. Room up the middle to run. Plenty of room for the first down before he's finally tripped up and brought down.
Yeah, Silas Russell is one of the shorter running backs here in region, but he does so good at hiding behind his blockers and just waiting till that hole opens up, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, that was a 1-yard gain. Oh, no, it's a 10-yard gain. It's like he teleports.
Pushes into Panther territory now. And it's a 1st and 10 at the 45. The snap is away. Truman goes to pass into the flat, gets it to his receiver. Richardson takes it all the way out for a 1st down and a little extra.
Yeah, got to make those tackles there on the outside, and right now that's kind of what's going to kill them. Is we've seen the Flyers have success attacking those quick outs.
The Flyers moving the ball well right now here with 2:38 left to go in the 3rd. Put Sawyer in motion. Takes it out to that far side, pushes forward, and gets taken down for a gain of about 8.
Yeah, look at Sawyer trying to lower his shoulder there and get a few extra yards at the end. I like that. Although I might be wrong, but I think there's a flag on the field.
And there,
yeah, holding.
There is a holding call out there. And it does go against the Flyers, so they will replay 1st down. And it pushes them back a ways.
That Utah State Aggies versus the Air Force game going final. Aggies going down, unfortunately, to Air Force 21-39 as the Aggies fall to 1-2, and Air Force up to 3-0 now.
Air Force is been a force, to be fair.
Yeah, these military academy schools taking it serious as Army put up a nice convincing win over UTSA tonight as well.
Nothing there on the out route pass intended for Colby Richardson again. And it'll be 2nd and 20. Man, the Flyers, you know, the penalties give and the penalties take away. And the snap away, Truman. Pressure coming behind him. He gets the pass away in time. Oh, and intended all the way down there for...
looks like that was Coughlin.
For Junior Coughlin,
yeah.
But he just wasn't able to bring that in. Little overthrown there on the pass.
And good job there by the Pineview Panthers defensive front. I think that was number 41, Carson Curtis, who came around the edge and almost got to Truman there on the back.
Now, if they can move forward just a little bit more, maybe you get into field goal range here. Truman going up the middle. Not there.
I think there's a snipe. There's a sniper in the field, Caden.
He wasn't. There's no one around him.
We're going to have to watch this replay.
I don't know if the replay is able to catch the tail end of that. Hopefully it was, but
I believe he
just kind of tripped on his own feet there. Yeah, just tripped on his own feet. Oh, that's
big break.
That's
big break.
rough. And again, trying to go for it all there, just a little too far overthrown. And
almost
now
had
it's
almost had it.
Almost had it. Brings out the punting unit here for the Flyers.
Yeah, almost isn't going to cut it for Munkers here tonight as he's looking at the scoreboard. And I know he's not too happy. That's going to be 21-9 here with just under 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter as Dixie goes ahead and punts it on back to Pineview. Oh, but we finally got it. There it is.
Flag on the play.
Yeah.
The punter got run into.
Bibiano was taking a little bit of a beating all night long, and it seems like he finally got one as the punter dropped. That's all it took.
Yeah, the punter got hit, so that'll be an automatic first, I believe.
Sure is. That's going to keep the Flyers.
Oh, man. Big break here for the Flyers.
Well, if it's accidental, then it should
they might just
still.
give him a fourth. They might just give him a 4th down a little closer.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it's going to be. If it's an accidental, they're going to go ahead and do the 5-yard penalty where you can either re-kick, or if it was a first down, you would have a new fresh set of downs. However, this is still going to set up 4th and 15.
And the Flyers are going to go for it.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Munker's looking at the scoreboard thinking 21-9. Probably a chance to get a statement play here. I mean, you got to get something here at one point or another. And I think they were having a lot of success passing the ball against Pineview earlier, so why not go back to it?
Worst case scenario, give the Panthers the ball back in their own territory.
Oh,
and it's well overthrown.
Yeah. Looks like Truman was going deep there for his receiver, and he kind of cut back in on the curl route and just not on the same page. And those mistakes, I know Coach Blaine Munkers is a guy who, when you talk to Coach Munkers, he's very, very big on the tedious, the small bits, and doing the right things, doing the little things right, I should say. And tonight it's just one of those where the laundry has kind of proven that there's been some chinks in the armor, some dirty, not dirty, but I should say foul play.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the Panthers take over. 1st and 10, snaps away. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. Pushing forward for a slight gain is David Beckstrand.
Minute 30 left here in the third.
I think give him a little extra, 2nd and 7. Moore takes the snap. He'll drop back to pass. Goes out to the far side, and I think he's got Costa. He's got him.
Yeah, we saw Costa drop one of those earlier in the game, and like I said, it's not likely that you'll see number 2 drop one of those fingertip sideline grabs. So able to bring that one in and get the first down for the Panthers.
Big first down here with 1:11 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Still plenty of time here for the Flyers to mount a comeback as well. And snaps away. Handoff up the middle. And Beckstrand with another solid gain of about 6.
So yeah, Beckstrand going to be kind of the lead back now with Mo Tonga down for the game. Again, earlier for if anybody just joining in now, Mo Tonga gone down with what looked like a pretty severe head to neck injury, as they did have to bring out the stretcher and get him onto an ambulance. But this down providing an opportunity for Beckstrand to come in, and like I said, a opportunity for the Pineview Panthers to use the adversity and use this energy and play the right way.
Takes it over here to the near side.
Oh, nice
breaks
move.
Through for a first down and a little bit extra.
And an extra flag on there as well. Uh-oh, Jacob Dabrowski for the Flyers looks a little shaken up there. The leading tackler on the season right now for the Flyers. And yeah, he's going to come off for a couple plays, as it clearly looks like he's shaken up with the shoulder.
He's holding that right arm pretty gingerly. The flag goes against the Flyers.
Big, big loss for the Flyers if Dombrowski isn't able to come back in here.
Check this out on the replay. And it is, I think they get that against number 42 there.
Petty.
All right, well, it's another first down here for the Panthers. Again, the penalties given, the penalties take away. So many penalties here in the second half.
Looks like this is probably the last play here of the 3rd quarter. I think Coach might actually be thinking, let's just go into the 3rd quarter here.
Yeah, they're looking at the clock at the sideline. They decide to take the snap. He gives a knee for it. Okay.
Why?
2nd and 5.
Why would he take a knee?
He's looking at him like, what are you doing? It's the end of the quarter. That's funny. Coach Boyer's cracking me up out there. He's looking at him like, what are you doing? Well, that is the end of the quarter. End of the 3rd. So it'll be a loss of 5. Tell you what, we'll take a break, and I'll let Coach Boyer talk it out with the officials back there. So we'll take a break, step aside more, when we come back here on the Fan Sports.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Welcome back in, everybody. Here it's the Fan Sports Network. Pineview leads 21-9 here to start off the fourth quarter, where I think Adam Moore kind of got the wrong signal from the sideline or something, because he went to take the knee to just go into the third quarter. And I think maybe it's because the play clock was going down. He didn't know what to do. They didn't have play to run.
We've had a couple Shaq in a fool moments here tonight. So we've had the Brian Cherry where his helmet came off and he was too busy finding it and putting it back on to notice the ball right next to him in the end zone. And then again, Adam Moore on a first and 10, snapping the ball and taking a knee. So now setting up 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15. Here we go. He goes to pass.
But it's
Gets
okay.
it to Quincy Jones.
One play, get it back and some.
Well, it'll be a 3rd and 3, I believe, down there. Quincy Jones getting it done.
Gain of about 12 yards there on the little curl route by Jones.
Yeah, great play there across the right side, or excuse me, the left side for the solid gain here. And Moore will go back to pass. He's looking to the end zone.
Touchdown.
Wow! What a play! Touchdown! Are you kidding me?
I saw Matt Acosta get wide open in the back of the end zone, but he was like, yeah, no, I got a 6'6", 4-star tight end, and I'm just going to go ahead and give him a chance. Look at the replay. Can we get a Moss? Can I get a Moss sounder? Oh, my goodness, what a catch by Brock Harris. Right over the top there. Beautiful.
That was phenomenal.
What a well-placed ball by Adam Moore, too.
Oh, I know. That was insane.
This Pineview Panthers team looking good. Pending PAT, good. And it is. That's a 28-9 lead, Caden. 28-9 with 11:27 left in the fourth.
And with that, we'll step aside. 28-9, Pineview Panthers on top.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
Welcome back in, everybody. Is the Pineview Panthers extend that lead just a little bit more here in the start of the fourth quarter, 28-9.
Man, they're looking good here tonight. The Panthers are. A little shocked. Dixie trying to do a little last-second substitution here. All right, no, just switching some guys around. Looked like they were trying to maybe put Rand Sawyer up on that second line in case it gets kicked exactly where it got kicked to.
Yeah, they put it right at the 20. Takes it out past the 35 in a little extra.
It's funny there. It looks like, again, we talked about how Coach Munkers and Coach Boyer are playing these little coaching games back and forth. They put Rand Sawyer down on the 25-yard line, and then they see that, so it looks like they adjust to go for a deep kick. And right before the kick is done, Rand Sawyer switches back to the deep end, where if he stayed originally, he probably would have gotten that return. So
you're right.
Fun little game going on between both coaches on special teams here.
Just a little bit, right? Nothing wrong with a little bit of game plan. Truman looking to pass. He wants to go deep with it. He's got him all the way down past the 20, the 15. Is he going to go in for the touchdown? He is. Junior Coughlin taking it from one end to the other.
Well, we've had a couple big plays and going to have looks like maybe an unsportsmanlike conduct at the end, but they'll just chalk that up to the kickoff or the PAT. But big bomb there to Junior Coughlin, and that's kind of what we were expecting to see out of this Dixie Flyers offense originally, was Wyatt Truman taking those deep shots down the field.
Yeah, they do call the unsportsmanlike, and it goes against the Flyers. Either way, they get the score. It is now 28-15.
So, yeah, they're going to assess that 15-yard penalty onto the kickoff, and the Flyers will come out to attempt the point after. Make it possibly a score of 16-28.
And they're going to switch it out here. You know, if you do the math, you go make this 17-28. Try to even it up just a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Is that the plan?
I think right now you just got a little bit of momentum. You got a big play, kind of ride with it. However, Pineview has been pretty good here tonight on defense in these short down yardage situations.
And here's the snap. They're looking to pass, going to the side. Oh, and he trips over himself. Isn't able to get there.
So 28-15 is going to be your score there.
Yeah, 28-15, 11-11 left on the clock. We're going to take a break and be back in just a little bit with the Panthers will be receiving the kickoff from the Flyers.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cass Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back into the action here. Again, 11-11 left on the clock. It's 28-15.
And again, that 15-yard penalty here assessed on the kickoff. So as Pineview trying to direct their guys to move up a little bit. Don't want to leave too many open holes here because, again, a kickoff is live every single time. But that's going to go right down the middle there.
And he picks it up around the 20, past the 30, past the 40,
crease.
still running. Out by the 50, still on his feet. Richardson can't go down.
Yeah, Colby Richardson starting to have himself a nice night here. So he's had a couple good catches to convert some key third downs, and now a really long return sets up the Pineview Panthers already across into enemy territory.
Amazing play there.
What about the last 3 minutes, Caden? We've had some fireworks here. The big Brock Harris touchdown, and then a bomb to Junior Coughlin. Long return here by Colby Richardson. What do you think Abin Morgott's up its sleeve?
We've seen just about everything, haven't we? Oh, and they're stuffed up. No gain on the play. Loss of about 3 there.
Yeah, nice play by number 70 there. That was big Andrew Warden stuffing up the middle. Sitting there about 6'3", 270. He's a big boy.
A good defensive play makes it 2nd and 13. This Flyers defense has to do everything in their power to keep them pushed back there. As Moore is looking to pass. Pressure at his feet. He dumps it off to David Beckstrand, who's not able to bring it over.
Yeah, that one falls out of the hands there. And now 3rd and 13. Maybe a little bit of pressure on Pineview. The first time tonight they've really kind of felt that.
Yeah.
Other than maybe earlier when I think it got cut down to about 14-9 with the quick touchdown by the Flyers. But this is one of those where Pineview, you had a little momentum. You don't want to give them the ball back after a big play.
And again, dumping it off, and not much there. Gain of about 4 for David Beckstrand.
So the big return set them up at the 48-yard line or so. It's going to be about a 4th and 9 from their own 47.
They will bring out the punting unit, keep David Beckstrand out there since he's their punter, and kind of does a little bit of everything, Beckstrand.
Yeah, maybe you go ahead and use that to your advantage, try to set up the fake punt. Direct snap and let him get a little loose there with some blocks, or play it safe as you're up already in your Pineview. You trust your defense.
This position, personally, play it safe, and they will. Picked it up at a 10-yard line. Takes it out towards the middle. He's got some blockers. Continues to run out past the 40. Beckstrand himself gets there to wrap him up and take him down, and it is a big gain for Sawyer.
Yeah, pretty nice, or I should say pretty fortunate when your punter also happens to be a running back and linebacker, because he came down and saved a very big play, possibly a touchdown from Rand Sawyer.
Yeah, put his head down and went to work there, Rand Sawyer, and he brings it all the way out to the 49-yard line. Give his team a fresh set of downs here off of that punt return.
Back-to-back returns, setting their teams up on the 49-yard line. Let's see if the Flyers have a little bit better luck than the Panthers did.
And snaps away. Truman out to the side. The out route gives him about 5.
I promise you,
give him 6.
There's nobody on that Pineview Panther team right now that can guard an out route by Jackson Barbin. It's just been automatic between him and Truman. In fact, if I'm Coach Bunkers, I'm running this all game long because they're just playing off every single time.
And second down, across the middle. Evades the defender, and he takes it over to the side. Sawyer tried to give a little bit of a hurdle to Jones. He gets taken down, not after the first down.
Yeah, nice hit by Quincy Jones. Trying to force maybe a fumble there on Sawyer. As Sawyer is one of those guys in the open field. When he gets loose and has a little bit of space, it really is a hard task to bring him down.
He evades Dalton Palmer, too. That was a great move to get around the defense. And it's a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Snaps away, and Truman goes quick to the flat to Sawyer. Sawyer takes off towards that far side. He's got the first down, and he'll go down out of bounds after a gain of 11.
Yeah, big hit there. Looked like that was 36. Melosi Morris kind of came in and gave him a little extra. But
yeah.
Still, it is going to count as a first down. And I'll tell you what, Caden, after getting a big stop and then a big play, the Flyers are looking like they got the momentum here as they're rolling in 28-15 here in the fourth quarter.
1st and 10 from the 23. Here's the snap. Truman back to the flat he goes. This time it's to Barbin. He takes it out to about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, just that quick little smoke screen to Barbin, trying to trust your receivers to make a man miss. Stays in bound, and that's going to keep the clock ticking, though. So you would think Dixie may be wanting to be a little bit more aware of their boundaries. Still not completely out of this game, but more than one possession.
2nd and 6 to go. Truman takes the snap out to the outside. Nearly taken down, but instead it's
David Barchi there with the cat. Yeah.
Who gets out and makes the play happen. It's enough for a first down.
Looks like this Dixie offense starting to get a little up-tempo, wearing down the Panthers here.
Yeah, nearly wrapped up, taken down there from the defense, but Barchi continues forward and gets that first down and more. Truman, pressure nearly getting to him. He's going to roll out and run it himself. He's hit by Beckstrand all the way down to about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Beckstrand and Braxton Linval combining there for the tackle, saving a touchdown on the scramble there by Truman.
And give him 8 on the play.
Looks like another player down here for Pineview.
Yeah, they've got a player down on one knee. He's back up. That's number 21.
That's Linville, yeah.
Yeah, number 21, Braxton Linville. And the Dixie offense returns out to the field for a 2nd and 2 here. Ball on the 4-yard line.
Yeah, let's see what they got lined up here. Running that little jet sweep action, but a
defense
great
gets
play.
there. Oh, he
but he doesn't
stays
take it
out
down.
of it. They can't keep him back.
And Elijah Nielsen almost with a big tackle for loss, but he's not able to hold on. And that's what they love about Sawyer, is the way he's able to create a little extra. So
still third down. They didn't quite get to that first down territory.
Panthers here with a big task. Let's see if they can get that stop. Pressure coming.
Truman with the handoff, moving forward as Russell. He's going to be down for a loss.
Beautiful blitz by the Panthers. Guy shoots in the backfield right away. Doesn't make the tackle, but he does make the initial stutter step there. That was Nielsen again on the blitz. So.
Dalton Palmer grabbing and making the stop there. Makes it a 4th and 2. I don't know if our viewers at home can hear, but the band's a little loud.
Oh, yeah, big play here. That's why Truman dropped back. He looks left.
He's got him. It's enough for a first down at the very least. They give him the touchdown.
Yeah, just enough. Gets the first on the goal line and then reaches over. So Sawyer bringing that baby in for an easy 6.
This is a one-score ball game.
Just like that, Caden. We're having ourselves a barnstormer here tonight.
28-21 now.
Electric last half of the third and fourth quarter here. Honestly, really, since the Mo Tonga injury, this game has really quite started to come alive with some big plays.
5:36 left to go in the game as well.
Bibiano set back to kick, automatic.
He's got it. And he's got it. 22-28. The Flyers tighten it up just a little bit more here on the Fan Sports Network.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Flyers getting ready to kick this one away to the Panthers. Score 28-22. Panthers with that slight lead.
Panthers there were actually in the onside return formation. Flyers going to go ahead and just boot that baby out the back. All right.
There's plenty of time left to go here. If you're the Panthers, keep it on the ground and run out the clock. I mean, that's kind of your best option, right?
And that's where Mo Tonga comes into play, right? The guy that unfortunately no longer here for the game right now. That's kind of where really Pineview wants to lean against, as a big running back who can kind of grind out, get the short yardage, but continue to get first downs. They're going to have to look up to Beckstrand now, and they're going to have to see if Adam Moore maybe do some quick passes to Quincy Jones in the flat, to Matt Costa in the stream. So just got to look for something quick, but you want to stay in bounds and you want to move this clock. Don't give Dixie another chance.
They'll take the run, but there is a flag out there on the play.
It's going to be a false start on the offense. Moving on back. So not a good start to the drive.
Not a good start indeed. First and 15 here for the Panthers. And again, this is a situation right now where if you're the Flyers, a turnover here puts you already in great scoring position. As it's a handoff, they'll go up the middle with it to Beckstrand, and he powers forward for a gain of 5.
Yeah, Coach Boyer right now probably really hoping his offensive line he can lean on and say, hey, guys, I don't need a lot out of you. I just need a few more first downs and we can get out of here.
Gave him a gain of 6, and we'll make it 2nd and 9. Moore, he takes a snap, looking to pass quick. Goes to Costa. Costa with room to run past the 30 to 35 and out of bounds.
Oh, good route there by Costa. The little quick curl. Then a little extra yards after the catch as he makes a man miss, but probably wants to stay inbounds here. Still a young player, not necessarily aware of the situation, but probably wants to stay inbounds instead of keeping that out, make that cut back in.
You could have taken another 30 seconds off the clock or more for sure.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, every second's going to count. We've seen that Dixie's gotten a little momentum, and they can make the big plays.
Not much room to run there, and they'll get back to the line of scrimmage and a little extra, 2nd and 9.
Dixie still with all 3 timeouts, as are the Panthers, excuse me.
Panthers right now, again, they're staying alive with the lead, 28-22. 4:25 ticking down on the clock at the moment on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. The Flyers got to get a stop here. They have plenty of time to come back into this, being down by a score. Going outside with it and overthrown.
And that's kind of what you want to avoid right now. You don't need to take deep shots down the field. You just slow, methodical inbounds. Pineview needs to be smart here. This is where the strategy of football comes into play. You can't just be going out there trying to get first downs to get first downs. You need to be thinking about the clock. You need to be thinking about the boundary. You got to be thinking about everything that's on play right now.
Right.
And that's also a little bit of credit to Coach Boyer, too, being one of the newer coaches in Regions, still a little bit of inexperience. So I'm sure he's kind of figuring it out, too, as they go.
And the snap is away. Looking to pass. Goes up with it, and it is not there on 3rd down.
Yeah, Adam Moore got lucky with that one there. That looked like it was Ted Williams, the DB, in the coverage there. Actually almost had a chance at getting the ball. Either way, that's going to set up a 4th and 9, which means they're putting the ball back to the Flyers, who I think right now are starting to feel a little bit like they can win this game.
I don't see why not. On 4th and 9, you got to punt this one away, and it is a 1-score ball game. The Flyers could easily come back and win this one. This one's turning into a bit of a classic here tonight.
So a good old-fashioned historic rivalry game here between the Panthers and the Flyers.
It goes straight up and out of bounds.
Shanked.
A horrible punt. That is not what the Panthers wanted at all.
Well,
they're going to put it right at the 50.
The Panthers have played some good defense tonight, albeit this last quarter they've let some big plays slip up. They had the big fumble, but the Panthers have played some good defense to start this game. 4 minutes for them here. Can they play 4 minutes of good defense? I mean, the Flyers only have to go 50 yards, Kaden.
They got to go 50 yards.
They still got to do it.
3:58 to do it in as well.
Yeah, Coach Munker's calling in the play here.
If you're the Flyers, you got to avoid turnovers. You got to avoid penalties and just move the ball. Truman pass it into the flat to Sawyer. Sawyer with room to run. He's got blockers. Spins out of some coverage and taken down, but not after a massive gain of about 23 yards.
Yeah, and right now, if I'm the defensive coordinator for the Panthers, I'm getting my guys up there. I'm getting into man coverage, and I got to stop playing off. You have to see right now that Dixie loves these quick passes. They're going to go for these flats quick, and if you're not getting anybody there, then you're going to keep giving up. Again, they have guys who can run after the catch.
And Pineview takes a timeout. We'll keep it locked in right here on the Fan Sports Network. And again, 28-22, the Panthers are fighting to hold on to a lead here with the ball at the 28-yard line. Here's the other thing. If Dixie scores quick enough, and it takes the lead, that does give Pineview the opportunity to come back. So clock management is a big storyline right now in this ballgame.
Yeah, both of these offenses have the ability to hit a big play or two, but Right now, it just seems like Dixie's found what's working. The recipe is clicked, the ingredients are mixing, and it seems like they got a good drive going. And oh man, you just hope for the Panthers that they don't let this one slip. They played such a good game, but hey, credit to Dixie for never giving up and staying in it.
Credit indeed. It's a 1st and 10. Coming out of the timeout. Wyatt Truman set back in the gun and snaps away. He's going to delay the handoff on the draw. Right up the middle for plenty.
Oh man, Silas Russell with a beautiful carry on the draw there, as like you say, delayed handoff, fake the pass, and just right up the middle. Nobody touches him. Great blocking right now by the Flyers, and I'll tell you what, you're starting to sweat a little bit if you're Coach Boyer and the Panthers. You've had your foot on their neck and had the lead all this game, but slowly but surely are you starting to feel that air out the lungs.
Ball inside that Cache Valley Bank red zone. And about the 13-yard line. And they pass it off to the flat. It's Sawyer. Sawyer will be wrapped up and finally goes down, but not after a good gain of about 7 or 8. Let's see where they end up spotting him.
Yeah, Boyer playing a little gutsy there as he kind of sent the house on the all-out blitz.
And an injured player for Dixie. I believe, is that Sawyer himself? I think that is Sawyer.
Looks like maybe it is Sawyer down. Hard to tell from here as they're huddled up in front of him there.
Yeah, I believe it is Sawyer. And it looks like they're just trying to stretch him out a little bit. The players got a hold of his legs. They're working him a little bit there, trying to stretch him out. So in this situation, though, if you're the Flyers, you're sitting there with 2:59 on the clock.
Do you take a knee on first down? Probably not.
Probably not.
We only saw one of those tonight.
We did see one of those. That was a little strange.
All jokes aside, you bring up a good point. You really do not want them to score too quick because that Pineview Panthers offense is so dynamic, so explosive that they do only need 2 minutes. There you go. Let's go ahead and get your buddy off the field there. Get him stretched off over on the sideline. And
yeah, they'll resume play shortly now after the injury timeout. And it'll be 2nd and 3 with the ball at the 6. Guy in motion, they hand it off to him. And he'll be taken down for a loss of 2.
Good play call there by the defensive coordinator for the Panthers as he kind of saw that outside jet sweep that they love going to, the Flyers do, and read that one all the way.
And it's 3rd and 5 here for the Flyers. 2:10 on the clock and ticking down here in the 4th quarter. And the snap's away. It's a handoff. He's got an open lane in front of him. It's a touchdown for the Flyers. They tie it up.
Oh, man, and just like that, Panthers Stadium just got a lot less quiet.
Now, again, you have a tied ball game here.
You could hear the Flyers fans.
You got to hit that extra point.
Yeah, you could hear the Flyers fans from over here getting rowdy now. They're starting to light up and get real out on that sideline.
extra point here for the Flyers. Snap is away. The kick is up, and it is good. The Flyers take the lead 29-28. Late in the fourth quarter, 1:52 left on the clock. We'll take a break. When we come back, big time action. The Panthers are looking to make their way back downfield, maybe get on top. 28-29, Flyers lead.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here we go, back into it here. It is the fourth quarter with 1:52 left to play. And the kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line to get things started here.
Well, here we are, Caden. We had quite a lot of ups and downs in this game, a few stoppages, and here we are, 1:52 left, and I'm telling you, Dixie's got the lead. It's a 1-point lead, so who knows? Anything can happen here in Region 9 football. Expect the unexpected, and right now, Pineview with a chance for the 2-minute drill and to get the win.
Snaps away, looking to pass, going to the outside with it, and it's a first down.
Yeah, that's a good catch there by Brock Harris.
So it's 1st and 10. Panthers 28, Flyers 29. Panthers marching their way downfield with the ball at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, here we go.
Want to welcome in our radio listeners on 99.5 and 95.3 as Moore finds a seam, goes through it, spins out, and gets taken down after a gain of 5 yards.
Yeah, for any of our listeners just joining in, what a shame you guys missed a crazy game, Caden. I mean, not too long ago, the Flyers were down just a few touchdowns, and here they are with 1:38 left in the game, up by 1. So real crazy ending going on here at the Panther Stadium.
And Pineview takes a timeout after that short run, and again, it'll be 2nd and 4 actually to get things started at the 37-yard line for the Panthers. But again, just to update those that are just tuning in, that are just listening, the big storyline coming out of the first, right after halftime, I should say, the first part of the second half, Mo Tonga gets hit hard, goes down, head, neck injury. He's not moving. They have to bring in the ambulance. They bring in the stretcher and take him off the field after about a 20 to 30-minute delay of trying to just make sure that he's all right and okay, and they send him off to the hospital. So these Panthers definitely have something to fight for here, as there's a pass up the middle, and it is incomplete to Brock Harris across the middle.
Rand Sawyer just came down and lit up Brock Harris across the middle. And again, I'll say it because it happened. Rand Sawyer is the same guy who came down and laid that hit on Mo Tonga. So he's a small guy, but this guy can lay a
He's not afraid to put the hit on for sure. It is 3rd down, 1:33 left to go. Third and 4 here. Panthers looking to pass.
Oh, they're trying to get it all.
Moore's going deep. Costa, he had no idea where the ball was.
Yeah, Costa never saw it coming. Probably not the right play there on 3rd and 4th, but...
Well, and I think Jones was open as well. Jones was wide open. He had his guy beat.
Yeah, just tough beat there. Adam Moore not on the same page as his receivers, as he's looking back shoulder for Costa. Costa never expected it, and Quincy Jones is wide open with the broken coverage.
And with 1:28 left to go, it all comes down to this play, 4th down. Jones, it's incomplete. It is incomplete. There are no flags on the play. Dixie will get the ball back.
Oh, man, and you can hear it here as the Pineview fans are letting the refs hear it. And again, it's been a pretty even keel game as far as the flags go. I'm not going to say one side more than the other's gotten them, but yeah, that's a tough one.
And again, it's 28-29 here with 1:24 left to go. There is a late flag that comes out just right now. That's obviously an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have a sideline warning here on Coach Boyer.
Well, and Boyer's hot, and I don't blame him for being so. Again, that was one of those that was up to interpretation.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm not going to say that there deserved to be a pass interference call on that, but when your team's down by 1, it's a 4th and 4, and they don't make the call, you're going to be upset when it's maybe a 50-50 kind of a call, right? I understand why Coach Boyer is upset in this scenario and why he gets the flag on him, but this is a scenario where it's a tough break for the Panthers, for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
it's tough.
It's up to interpretation. To me, it really does look close enough to where you can let it play. But again, I played and I've seen some of those calls go both ways. And
it's so tough to say, you know.
I will say this. It really does suck when the fate of the game can be decided on what could have been a flag and what could have been a first down. Again, really shouldn't have mattered too much. There was the 3rd and 4th the play before that had the first down available. You try to look for it all with Matt Costa. Wrong page. He was looking for the back shoulder fade. Adam Moore was, and Matt Costa looking inside. So it's a tough slay here for the Panthers. They played such a good game, and honestly, if you told me that Dixie was going to win this game at half, I would have said, I don't think so. I think Pineview had a solid grip on how things were going, and they had been playing the best I had seen Pineview's defense play all season. This was the best defensive outing I've seen the Panthers have all season, and just kind of a shame that that's really what it's going to come down to is
and we knew that these two teams were going to match up really well, and they really have all night long. It's been a really great game for us here. But in this case, the Panthers fall short, just not able to convert first downs. And that's really been their story all night long. They haven't done a great job of converting first downs. And it came back to bite them now.
Yeah, any of our radio listeners here that are just tuning in.
And the snap is away, and Truman's going to keep it himself, and he'll be dropped for a loss. But again, at this point, doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, at one point here, it was pretty close. I mean, it was, I would say, I'm trying to see if I can go back and find it, but my box score is a little messed up here. But I was going to say, I think it was like a 9 to 21 point game at one point, and Pineview just letting it slip away here.
Yeah, and now this Dixie team waiting for the clock to tick down enough to where they can just kneel it out. And maybe not. They spike it away and run it out to the side.
It's just trying to stay in balance there, use as much clock as they can.
And it does become 4th down.
But it's too late. I think that's enough there. So I believe that's going to probably go ahead and do it here for us, Caden, as last 20 seconds or so we're going to tick off this clock, and both teams are starting to line up.
I think there was just enough time left on the clock that if they let it tick down, they will get a delay of game call. But I could be wrong. I think there were about 2 seconds left on the clock. That would be a delay of game call, but I could be wrong. And no, they'll just call ball game. Yeah. All right, there you go, ball game. 29-28 is your final. The Flyers get the win over the Panthers in a showdown that was really all Panthers for 3/4 of it. Gosh. And the Flyers come back in the 4th in an amazing fashion, really, and come back and get the win. So again, the Flyers get the win over the Panthers, 29-28.
Yeah, man, that's one that's going to sting the Panthers as season goes on.
It definitely will. So we will take a quick break. When we come back, it's the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Stick around with us here on the Fans Sports Network.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back in where the Flyers get the win in a showdown that, again, to me felt like it was kind of all the heart was with Pineview, but some mistakes really just pushed it into Dixie's hands. Dixie gets the win, 29-28.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of listening right now to some of the Panther fans, they're clearly upset. We're hearing some boos and we're hearing some yells and stuff into the field as they're finishing off their handshakes here. And, you know, you got to give credit to the Flyers. This is one of those games where really Pineview did everything it felt like they could have done to win it until, like you said, the last quarter.
Yeah.
It was the fourth quarter. You got to finish the job, and this was just one of those cases where Pineview didn't. And unfortunately, Dixie took advantage of the situation. They went out there. They mounted one heck of a comeback, and here they are. They're going to be going home with their region win.
Looking at our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game, I think that it probably has to go with that touchdown. After the quick Panther score, excuse me, they go to the other side. And it's a Junior Coughlin touchdown for about a 46-yarder.
Yeah, I mean, it's over here, and I just, it's a loss of words. I mean, Mo Tonga goes down, and you think, oh, no, maybe they can rally. And they had a few plays where you could feel the emotion and all of that, but just not quite there.
Yeah. By the way, we did get a quick update. So Tonga said we're hearing that he's moving his toes. They're doing an MRI right now on his neck. So good sign there that he's able to at least do that, right? That's always the worry whenever there's a head and neck issue, to make sure that he's still able to keep the movement in his limbs. So that's really good to hear that he's being able to wiggle his toes at the very least right now. So we just definitely hope for a speedy recovery for him.
Yeah, get little movement to the extremities there, but all in all, let's go ahead and get into it and some of our awards for the games and whatnot.
And to be fair, we talked about it coming out from the halftime. Tonga did give everything. He's got to be the Hearst Ace Hardware Playmaker or Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the game, just for the fact of that he gave the Pineview Panthers so much motivation through the first half up until his injury. I don't know if we could give it to anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's truly what kept Pineview in the game and kept moving, because when they needed the pass, they could. However, they had the run game they could lean on, and you can kind of clock it, and you didn't have to worry about Dixie having the ball in their hands and really creating a lot of big plays. So it truly was deflating seeing Motonga go down there. And I know we had a couple guys who were still kind of shook up on the field as they were finishing out that little. It was a long delay, actually.
Yeah,
I say little, but it was about a 20-30 minute injury delay. So
yeah, it was a tough one. Real quick, looking at our defensive play of the game, brought to you by Mountain Land Supply Company. Defensively, I think you have to go with that early score from Dixie, being able to push the ball into the end zone, get him the safety, and really it gave Dixie enough momentum at the very beginning to be like, all right, we can play with this offense, this high-powered offense.
And it was the same guy. I mean, it was Junior Coughlin who picks up the fumble and takes it all the way to the end zone. And then, again, a couple plays later, same guy gets that post route, takes it all the way to the end zone. So, number 8, Junior Coughlin.
He's all over the place, man. All over the place. Along with that, I mean, any other final thoughts here from this one?
Just heartbroken for Pineview. I mean, this is one of those where you thought they had a good chance at kind of bringing out I would say a lot of people called them the underdog in this game and had a good chance at getting the win. But, you know, got to give credit to where it's due. Dixie never gave up, fought their way back in, and they ended up getting a well-deserved win, I should say.
Yeah, for sure. Well, with that, we're going to wrap things up from here. Thank you guys for joining us on the broadcast tonight here on the Fan Sports Network. For Connor, Sebastian, and myself, the crew here from Pineview High School, thank you for joining us, and we will be back with you again next week for more Region 9 football action. Until then.